military singlet where it's the black singlet and it comes down.
You know, I've never tried on a singlet before. That's always been. No, I have.
Push
I'm
your
wrong.
chair closer to him, little Manicus Hart there, and push your table closer to the table.
Sitting next to the learning tree, my boy.
Yeah.
We'll save that for John C. when he gets here.
Are you going to wait for John C. to...
No.
He's got
it's
an
already.
8.
We're recording now.
So if he gets out at 8, what time do you think he's here by?
If he's walking or if he gets a ride?
Well, a walk is probably a good 20 minutes.
Probably. Yeah, you know where he works.
Yeah, so my parents brought their rug there.
Oh, that's right, yes.
Yeah. You probably
Thank you, Manicus, for leaving the bag in front of Edge.
You probably jacked off. No, that was actually my fault.
All right, well.
Wait, I thought I did
to
that.
blame
No,
him.
no, I did that. That's fine. You probably jacked off on the rug before my parents did. Not a surprise. It's why it's softer now.
I had a really good walk from the station today. It's really good.
What's that?
I had to walk from the station.
How long was that? 20 minutes?
It's like 20 minutes.
Yeah.
But it's just literally straight down.
Yeah.
It's like straight down.
We were talking about Martin Luther King Day on Oscar's podcast, and here we do. We have him regressing, having to walk from the T station. All right.
Oh my gosh.
Well, we'll get it in a second. All right.
Pretty good walk,
All right.
though.
Ugh. It was cool. Is that what you said?
It was a cool. I like walking.
Yeah,
I do.
I do too.
Yeah.
I like walking.
No, most of you Manicuses do.
Walking is therapeutic,
You like
man.
walking away from your commitments.
Do you want me to do a 3-2-1?
Huh?
You want me to do a 3-2-1 in here or no?
What do you mean? No, we don't need to do that. That's why I was starting to get the computer set up in there for the. We're not doing a live stream. All I need to do is hit record. This is nice and easy. The only thing is at the end I gotta plug it in and upload it. But anyway, all right, ladies and gentlemen, in 5, 4, 3. Wrestling fans around the corner, around the world, welcome to Sunday Night Not So Live. But we are here for a watch along nonetheless. I'm Dan Morita here, joined by the A-Team. Well, we're missing one, but we'll get into that. We're joined, of course, by the enforcer himself, CW, the Boston Wrestling Sports Associate, the talent relations man.
Like C.W. Anderson.
Does a little bit of everything, along with the newcomer to the team, Kevin Manicus Hart. Man whose heart is maybe bigger than the rest of them, but he's still a Manicus, which is better than the original, I guess, is the best way to put it. His teeth are not bird size. We actually measured them. Maybe not quite Andre size, but, you know, Kevin Hart nonetheless. We are disappointed that the man of the hour, the man that I'm sure will be in the chat tonight, the premier chat moderating, with his violent, dangerous, metallic blue wrench. It rhymes with treasury, not Di Cesaro, as I call him. We're talking about Phil DeCesare. WWE had the Cesaro section, I think, at Memorial Hall, April 16th. We're going to see the DeCesare section.
Well, you know, it's funny, Dan, when I came in, didn't I tell you the big tagline I wanted to use for the event? Soul Survivor 10, DeCesare Domain.
Well, it's already back to the 80s, though. I don't want to disrespect all the legends.
Maybe the next show we could do.
All right. Well, fans, you want to talk about a big week ahead? While I am doing big things in the Sunshine State to try and prepare for an even bigger spring here in the world of Boston wrestling this week, which is why we're not officially live this week. What the heck was I going to say? This Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, who is going to be joining us live in studio for Wrestling Insider tapings, live episodes, cyber autograph signings, Patreon watch-alongs, and more? Charlie's good friend, a man that took him for a Frosty, the Berserker. It's a true story. The Berzerker, John Nord.
I would have fallen out of my chair if it wasn't in the car attached to a door. That's all I'm going to say about that.
What do you mean?
Well, now, can I tell them the full story about how you hadn't eaten much that day?
Yeah.
And we went out to eat, and they didn't give you a good portion size.
We weren't full.
So John Nord was not full.
Where did you guys go eat?
So we
A place.
We went to a place.
A
we went
place.
to a nice
You won't name it.
establishment.
Wonderful establishment.
Wonderful establishment. And we decided to leave. And on the way out, John Nord said, "I'm still hungry." Like he was the giant from Fee Fi Fo Fum. So I said, "All right, John, what do you want?" He's like, "I want a cheeseburger," whatever he said. So we drive down, we see a Wendy's, we get a Wendy's drive-thru, and he gets his cheeseburger. And then I said, all right, that's good. We're about to drive off. And then I hear this voice from the back going, wait a second, brother, before you drive off. And so he orders, and he gets a Frosty Was that the beverage
Yeah,
of choice?
yes.
And John Nord
A little jealous of my Frosty.
pipes in saying, I forgot the Frosty.
Now, he kind of whispered it.
Oh, he did. You're right.
I forgot the fucking Frosty.
And he was at the
And
hotel.
he needed it.
I swear, Dan and I are in line to check him in, and we see him trying to get the rest of the Frosty out. You remember him
He
eating
couldn't
the Frosty?
figure out how to put the cap to the Frosty back on the Frosty. So he was kind of eating it with the straw and the cap, the cover, in his face, and he was trying to get Frosty out this way.
You know what I thought of when I saw that? And not to say he was under the influence of anything at all. He wasn't. But I thought of all the stories of the boys back in the day being drugged out of their minds to the point they couldn't figure out how to do certain
He
things.
thought he had one of King Curtis Iakea's cookies before he had his Frosty.
Maybe a little H-bomb action.
All right. Well, but at least he enjoyed his Frosty.
And then I brought him up 18 flights to this
And
hotel.
he dropped his room key. He had a little trouble with that.
He's a great
He's a
guy.
great man. You guys are going to have so much fun. And I tell you, you want to talk about something we should be charging pay-per-view for. The Rastani-Nord confrontation.
Oh, gosh.
I don't
Two
think that this studio will ever be the same.
Two sides of the same coin, you think?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah?
I mean, brothers from a different mother.
Well,
Either Nord is a Rastani or Rastani's a Nord.
can we call him Quincy Nord?
What you need to
Quincy
see up
Nordestein?
close and personal is Quincy's attempt at trying to give himself a haircut. These
Well, I see that low buzz cut.
giant patches all over the head. That's why I keep hinting to our good friend Don the Barber that Quincy needs a little TLC.
You know, I have a pair of clippers at home. I'll cut his hair if he wants.
We actually had to do that once. It was so bad.
His hair's fine. I cut my friend's hair all the time.
We put a hole in a trash bag, and someone went and got shaving cream and a little disposable razor, and they gave him a cue ball.
Well, I noticed he likes to keep that short buzz cut growing.
Well, usually you let someone that knows what they're doing do the trimming, though.
Yeah.
Much
But
like
you know what?
Fluffy Guerrero.
If he ever needs it, I'll bring my clippers one day. and
You'll
we'll
give him a little trim.
I will.
Well, how are you going to make up for all these patches, though?
Well, you know what we could do is we need to give him. I've noticed this. You know, he wears the same types of shirts and the same types of clothes.
The new one this week, though, on Quincy's Wrestling Challenge.
It was a light blue.
Light blue.
I liked it.
Looked like a janitor, but
He looked like a
looked
vice.
like a maintenance man.
He looked
Yeah.
like a vice principal. I gave up on life a long time ago. But I said to myself, he needs a new makeover. You know what I equated to? Remember when Bradshaw from the APA went to JBL and he dropped the black hair and the goatee and he became JBL? We need something like that for Quincy.
You think Quincy needs a cowboy hat?
Yeah. Which, by the way, I think
You look better in a cowboy hat.
Well, maybe not a cowboy hat, but he needs a new look
On his bike.
on his bike. Which, by the way, speaking of Bradshaw, that's the look I want to go for this year.
Really?
APA era Bradshaw, not the goatee, but everything else.
Hmm.
The black hair with the big,
Okay.
maybe the big earrings, the big hoops he had back in the day.
Now, do you think that maybe you need a water cup with butterflies on it to match
I
the
think
look?
I need a Ron Simmons to go along with that.
Or
Well, you
Ron
have
Simmons.
one.
I have a little Ron Simmons.
I'm right here.
Little Ron,
We
yeah.
could be APA.
I'm right here.
Yeah.
All right, wrestling fans, we're going to be in for some fun tonight looking back at Royal Rumble 2001. From what I recall from my wild 9 months with that fine organization, New Orleans, Louisiana, also the former home of Big Bear Andrew Countess. What is so funny about that?
Because he told me the origin story of Big Bear Andrew Countess.
Likes to play catch
He likes to work on cars.
and play
too.
catch in parks. But Manica's Hard, have you ever seen Royal Rumble 2001?
I
Or
have
maybe a little of it.
a
No
little
pun
of it. So
intended, yeah.
I remember the Kurt Angle match with
It's tremendous.
Triple H, right?
No, that was
If I'm
2000. Is it with Triple H?
Yeah, it was with Triple H.
Oh, you know, you may be right.
Yeah,
You threw me a curveball for a second.
because wasn't Trish like the manager for Kurt Angle? Then you had Stephanie, the manager for Triple H. This is for the WWF Championship, I believe.
That angle was more around SummerSlam time. From what
This
I
wasn't
remember.
no
But
one?
You could be
I
right.
think so.
A lot of that Attitude Era is a blur
Oh.
because for all the fun that went on, the patience, the problem they had then was the same they have now, was just pacing and patience. Everything was just explosive week to week where there were 8 angles and 8 segments.
I think the television, you know, it's funny when you watch WWF from the late 80s and you compare it to from the mid 90s on, the pacing becomes so much different because of all the television they had to do. I watched a little bit of Royal Rumble 88 while I was cleaning my apartment up, and
Yeah.
my Lord, were they taking their time with everything. They gave a
Pacing.
They gave a whole segment to Dino Bravo to
Lift weights.
lift weights, and then they healed at the end and said, well, we don't know if he lifted the actual bench press.
And if that was the case nowadays, they would have opened the show with a promo with him. They would have had him lift the weights. He would have had a confrontation with the babyface later in the show, and they probably would have main evented.
Yeah.
All in 1 week.
But you know what? That would have been a good idea if they stretched that out.
Well,
If they could do that same angle, but they stretched it out over 6, 7
Dino
weeks.
really wasn't involved with much at that point, other than lifting weights.
And to be honest with you, why would you put a heel out there lifting heavyweight? Wouldn't you want a baby face to do it?
Well, I think the angle, the way they did it with Jesse Ventura was fine when he assisted a couple of pounds in the lift.
Yeah. And
Maybe not to be confused with Patera or Rastani, because Quincy gets very upset about that.
Well, I
his
did,
weightlifting.
I was happy enough to watch the greatest tag match of all time, the Jumping Bomb Angels versus the Glamour Girls. My Lord, was that a sight to see?
In more ways than one.
More ways than one.
To think that Judy Martin was a young woman at that point is amazing, considering she probably looked like she was ready to collect Social Security in '88.
She looked like she was going to ask someone for their parliaments.
Poor Judy.
Leilani Kai was looking a little rough too at that time.
She wasn't looking that bad.
Well, compared to what she was a few years earlier.
Well, maybe it's just compared to Judy. I don't know.
Yeah.
But there's a funny story. The year at I don't remember the year at the Cauliflower Alley Club, but I remember because I have a friend that was a Smashing Pumpkins fan. I took my picture with what's his name?
Billy Corgan?
Him. And when we were waiting to go in for dinner at that open air TGI Fridays I've told you about, Judy was waiting to go in as well, and I said,
Judy Martin?
Judy Martin.
At the TGI Fridays?
Yes, and I got my picture with Judy. And you know me, I'm not really a picture guy, but I got two of them that year. Billy Corgan and Judy Martin.
Who are you more proud of?
Judy Martin. I really don't care about Billy Corgan.
Yeah. Well.
Judy Martin, I mean,
What do you think, when you look back on those times in the Cauliflower Alley Club, are some of your favorite stretches of time? Because someone just talked to me about I think I messaged you about a certain name. Did I ask you about a Brent?
Oh, yeah.
So my mother, this is a small story, my mother gets her haircut from this woman whose son knows of you and says that, knows of you. And he heard about the Kamala story from years behind, and he guess he wasn't very favorable about your
with me or Kamala?
He didn't have nice things to say about you because
Fuck him.
Because of the story with Kamala.
Well, he should have researched the story before he opened his mouth.
And
then
I talked to my mom and I said, no, he actually sent the money to the Cauliflower Alley Club. As
a certified non-profit organization, so he could never deny it.
Right. And it made me think about what you said about the Cauliflower Alley Club. And I just wanted to ask, how far does your relationship go back to the Cauliflower Alley Club?
95.
Really?
Yes.
Was that your first time out in Vegas?
It wasn't in Vegas then. They used to, up until 98, the photographer that you may know, George Napolitano,
heard the name,
used to front the money for them to have an East Coast one too. I didn't go to my first Vegas one until 2005, and I went with the Hulkster.
What was the first, where was it on the East Coast? New York? New Jersey?
It varied, different parts of Jersey. The first one was in Newark. The last one in 98 was in Cherry Hill. Okay. So it fluctuated a little bit.
Was that the one they did the 50th anniversary of the NWA?
Yes.
Okay. That was the Chris Daniels, AJ Styles match, or was that 02? I heard some...
At the Cauliflower Alley Club? I don't ever remember AJ being at one of those.
It was NWA.
That might see, the NWA and the Cauliflower Alley Club was only kind of a one-time thing.
Oh, okay. I'm probably getting confused.
That wasn't tied in to one another.
Okay, I understand.
But I think the Cauliflower kind of changed when Nick Bockwinkel started to decline a little bit, and then eventually he had to give up being the president, and Brian Blair took over.
Now,
a lot of things have changed since then.
What do you think is the future for that organization?
I worry about it, to be honest.
Why
I hate to say it, but a lot of the old guard is dying. The superstars, quote unquote, that would kind of fill the gap age-wise of those, they're more used to the fan fests and the Comic Cons where they're paid to go to those types of things, and they've just seen those people. The Cauliflower Alley Club, it's a non-profit organization. If you're going to go, unless you are one of the honorees that's receiving an award, you're paying for your own banquet ticket. You're paying for your own hotel. You're paying for your own transportation. And, you know, especially when they made, thank God they've changed it going forward, I'm pretty sure, to September. But when it was in April, it was just a couple of weeks after WrestleMania where these guys just saw each other. And they're going to go pay to see each other again and have bologna sandwiches at the Cauliflower Rally Club reunion on the Tuesday night dinner?
Well,
you know, it's a tough sell.
Was it, you know, I read Bret Hart's book about when he went to the NWA board. I'm going to try and get back here so we can see Manicus' shiny face.
Yeah.
When he went to the
butterfly water bottle.
When he went to the NWA board of
There it is,
directors.
baby. Yeah.
You love this water bottle.
I do.
Can we get him one?
We can get you one.
You want
We
one?
can get you one.
I'm just worried about what pronouns he might be using.
It's a water bottle.
Well, I don't know. Mine looks like it has picket on it, not a butterfly.
As Vince McMahon would say, pronouns, pal.
Pronouns,
He
pal.
said, I'm just worried about what they are. All right,
Well-
but anyway.
I was going to say,
It's a water bottle.
I've heard stories of the NWA board directors would meet when they would discuss how to different territories and things like that. Was the Cauliflower Alley Club kind of like that in some ways, or no?
No, it was started by, what the fuck was the guy's name? It was a long time ago, and he had a caulifloweria, and it's going to come to me as soon as we're done with this. And what he would do is, a guy that's still involved, believe it or not, Carl Lauer, who everyone thought was going to die, and everyone, you know, they were sending him these farewell messages, and he kicked out. He didn't just kick out, he kicked up, and now he's back as the executive vice president
How old
again.
is he?
He's in his mid-80s.
Oh, wow.
So whatever day of the week it was, he'd have Carl come by the office out in California, and he'd give him some cash, and he'd say, go take care of A, B, C, and D. And he'd almost like the mafia. He'd go to their homes, and he'd give them little paydays to try and get through an injury, an illness, maybe a widow of someone that just died. And that it didn't even start as a reunion or anything. It was just, he was almost a benefactor of sorts. And then it morphed into the wonderful club that it is now.
How many members are in the club now?
What's that?
Do you know how many members it has?
Oh my, 4,000, I think?
4,000,
Yeah.
wow.
So it's significant.
Jeez.
Over the past 2 years, since the onset of, a little bit before the onset of Corona, I think, we've given away over $100,000 to different people in the business that have need.
Well, you were telling me a little bit, it's related to the Kamala story, and I only bring that up because that was an interesting story about you that was not factual, you know, you were talking about Don Marie's Wrestler's Rescue back in the day, and
I can't speak to that because I don't know.
No,
I
I'm
remember.
not trying to bury it at
all
all.
right.
But I'm just trying to say, is there anything like that now today besides the cauliflower? Is there
Nope.
anything that helps these guys? Because you talked about keeping the wrestling legends working, and there's the wrestling legends that need to keep going, but
Can't work.
But the younger guys out there that get an injury or they get released, and now it's like with the wrestling landscape is always changing. How do those guys stay relevant? You know, and it's just a very weird thing because we all think about the legends in wrestling, but what about the young guy who had his run a little too early? He works hard, he doesn't get that run again. What does he do?
I don't know if the cauliflower. You know what? Here is what the cauliflower would help with. They wouldn't directly just say, hey, here's some cash. That you have to fill out an application and the board of directors votes on it. Like it just say per se.
Like what about a draws?
They would probably look in to see the board of directors. I would guess, educated guess. I don't know it as a fact, to see what he got as a payout from his insurance and Vince first, because they do have someone that investigates it before they just give you the money. But just say someone like No Way Jose that got released by WWE. He had hard times, just had a baby, blah, 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 blah.
That was
his mortgage payment is $2,000 and he can't afford it. At that point, he could fill out an application with the CAC to have the board of directors look at it and either give it a thumbs up or a thumbs down, and then they cut him a check. That's how it works. Huh?
A one-time check, kind of?
To be honest, I don't know if they'll do it multiple times.
But how do they make that decision in the first place?
They have someone that investigates, A, to see if it's truthful in this industry, and B, then they have a board of directors that votes on it.
Okay.
So,
Do you think WWE might make their own sort of I mean, now we're getting to unions and things like that and that nature. But you think a company like WWE will make some sort of cauliflower alley club in-house that will take care of maybe wrestlers around the country, around
What
the world?
some people don't know is WWE does a lot of generous things, and I've been involved in some of those missions. Kamala was going to be one of those missions before he fucked it up for himself. But in some cases, they'll extend a helping hand out of kindness. In some cases, they'll front it out of royalty checks that they know they'll never see again.
The rehab missions, for example. You know, Justin Credible was on here talking about all the rehabs he went through with WWE.
Oh yeah,
and
those
they
go
helped
for
him
about
out.
$100,000 each.
And the post rehabs, which are just as important in a lot of ways. And he was talking about that. And I had heard that all you had to do was work for the company for a year, and you were eligible for that.
That takes nothing other than you having had a talent contract.
Really? So, if you
So,
signed a
like, for
contract-
example, even though John Cena Sr. was involved in pay-per-view angles, Raw angles, he main evented on Raw, he never had a talent contract, so he wouldn't qualify. But anyone that ever had a talent contract, even if it was for someone like Buff Bagwell, which was virtually for days,
Yep.
they would qualify for that program.
Well,
So that's how that works. But as far as wrestlers in need, there are times they've done things for certain people they like out of generosity. There are things they can, try and work with you on residual checks. If a wrestler dies and the family doesn't have enough money to bury them again, I'm not going to name names, but they've thrown them some money, and they will say, we'll take it out of your future residual check earnings. Now, there's some people, I think it's I don't know how widely known it is, but if you don't hit $50 for the quarter, they don't even send you the check. They just keep it hold on to it. I mean, even someone like Tony Atlas, a WWE Hall of Famer, who they, present strongly enough in February during Black History Month, his royalty checks last year, I think, totaled about $200. So, I mean, if they're going to send, just say, $15,000 for a funeral, they're going to have a long wait before they recoup that $15,000.
and there have been lawsuits brought up about residuals with the network. You know, how many times do you have to watch, say, I'm just throwing a random name out there, a Tony Mamaluke match before he gets any residual checks? You know?
See, that's to me. And on one of the shows, I don't remember which one it was. One of our Wrestling Insider talk shows, me and fill in the blank had a long talk about that. What is the perfect science to try and figure out what that percentage should be? Just say they say, okay, we're going to give 10% of whatever we generate from the network to the talent. Okay, that's great. It's just say $1 a month out of 10. But at that point, how the fuck do you figure out what everybody gets?
But how many
I
people
mean, you're
did-
going to sit there and say, well, geez, someone watched 35 seconds of Lash LaRue from WCW, that's entitled to 2 cents. Someone watched, 102 Goldust matches. How much is that worth?
Yep.
I mean, how do you calculate that? I have no idea.
We had someone
I
watch,
have no idea.
We had someone watch WCW Spring Stampede 5 times in a row. It's just they loved it for some reason.
I don't know how you'd calculate it
And
at
you know
that
what?
point.
If someone is watching, and it's a little different, I understand, but if someone watched an old football game, like an old Super Bowl between the Rams and the Patriots or whatever, do those players get residual checks?
No.
So, I mean, granted, people don't usually watch pre-tape
But they're
sports
also,
or,
unionized,
but-
so they get a nice pension.
And I think wrestling has always been kind of this weird bastard stepchild between entertainment and sport.
Yeah.
And it's never,
True.
yeah, and it's like, Jamie Dundee, and he's a controversial guy, once said, if you're going to treat us like athletes, give us doctors, give us health insurance. If you're going to treat us like entertainers, let us do whatever we want. But you can't pick which one you want to do when it's convenient for you.
And it's a good point.
And
It's a good point.
And I know for the small level indie guys who make $50 a match because they're driving 4 hours to get it, if that, that's a different problem that they have as opposed to the guys working in WWE on a top level.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what? That's like going to college and getting paid for it, as far as I'm concerned.
Well, the NCAA athletes are now, they're talking about, can you make money off your likeness? Now,
Well, look at all the guys and ladies that WWE signed. It was big.
and that's another conversation too. No, I know John Nord and I talked about it briefly. My buddy.
Pre or post Frosty?
I think this was pre-Frosty.
Before the
Post-Frosty,
Frosty.
you're not getting much out of Nord.
Post-Frosty.
He's a little
He
high
couldn't
from the
figure out.
Frosty.
He couldn't figure out the cover to the
He was a
Frosty.
little sugar high. But I'm glad. Thank you for telling me about the
Oh,
cauliflower.
John
'cause I
C's
don't-
here.
Wait a minute, John C. Manicus
John
Riley.
C.
I just
thank
saw a
Christ.
big, huge mop.
Do
and
I
was
need
spraying.
John C's
And
help?
when I seen that, I was like, that's John C.
All right, wrestling fans. Hopefully, we've gathered up enough of a crowd to start the watch along. Is that fair to say?
Yeah, I think
We've
so.
been bantering quite a bit.
Thank you for that information. I didn't.
No, once this begins, I need to get up for a little bit because I need to finish work that wasn't done. Because today is my last day before I leave.
Did you
And I'm
walk
trying-
here?
What's that now?
No, I got a ride.
Oh, okay.
I just had to stop calling though.
Oh, that's all right.
I thought that we were worried that you were pounding women.
Or men, whatever you're into.
All right, well, we'll talk, keep them away from Harvey. But anyway, I got to ask you one thing though before we start the watch along, John C. What would you think about someone that has a water cup with butterflies on it?
Oh, God.
It's not a cup.
Water, like one of these with no, like this with butterflies on it.
He's obsessed with people's things.
Yeah.
Obsessed.
Would you buy one
If I was an entomologist, I don't know.
if you were what?
Is that words or bugs?
This is
No, butterflies.
no butterflies.
It looks like something my 89-year-old aunt would
You know,
have.
somebody said it looked like an air freshener.
Kind of like a Tyler the Creator flower boy type.
Who I'm not. It was a gift. It was a gift from a friend.
Well, I've been given gifts that I haven't used, Manicus.
I didn't have another water bottle though,
Yeah.
so I had to.
You didn't. You needed to improvise.
Yeah.
All right.
And I was like, "This is
All right.
cool."
Well, see.
Well,
what I
leave it to
need-
the fans. See if the fans like it.
Now we can finally start the watch. We were going to start it just as you came in anyway, but I'm going to click it, and then can you switch it to these gentlemen and maybe go back and forth with them? Maybe zoom in on Manicus's
Water bottle.
butterfly water bottle. Maybe we can put it next year's Paul Bearer Holiday Headlocks Toy Drive raffle.
Go back and forth with what?
Well,
Oh,
there's
because
two
he's gonna get
cameras
up.
on them. They really mix it up.
Yeah.
Or however you want to do it.
Okay.
All right, well, you know, it doesn't really make a difference. All right, folks, how we do it is very simple. In the Premier Chat in the comment section below, there is the WWE Network link to Royal Rumble 2001. We usually do something along the lines of 3, 2, 1, click. And again, we're watching the WWE Network Peacock version of it, so I wait for my partner in crime, Mr. Riley, to switch the camera so my pillow is not exposed.
I was right. Kurt Angle battles Triple H for the WWE title. Yeah. From the description.
John C. Manicus Riley. All right. Now I can put my specs back on, and I can let you two gentlemen call the action, like you JR and Jerry the King Lawler.
Yeah.
Are you recording this one?
We're not live, John C. This is for
I'm
Sunday.
trying to think of who
Oh.
wrestled
I'm not
for the
going to
WWE
be here. I got to
title.
fly out
It
early
was
tomorrow
Rock and
morning.
Austin, right? And for WWE Championship.
All right, wrestling
Yeah.
fans,
So
get ready.
How did it get from Triple H and Kurt Angle to Rock and
John
Austin?
C's a little
at the
confused.
Well, what year was?
01. So I'm trying to think. So Triple H was champion
I'm worried
in
that
2000.
Kevin Manicus Hart is a little worried about his water bottle. All right. All right, wrestling
He
fans,
wants
again.
a water bottle, guys.
Let's do it all together now. Get your hand on your cursor, your tablet, your phone,
up here?
your computer, your iPad, whatever the F you have. And we're going to do it together. We're going to start Royal Rumble 2001 in 3, 2, 1, click.
Woo!
And we're off to the races, folks. All right, 30 men. Let me get the pillow I'll keep out here, the phone and the drink I'm going to take. Gentlemen, I shall be back shortly. I have to do a little
Don't
work.
come back, Dan.
Don't come back.
No.
What about your water bottle? You think I'm going to fly away like one of the butterflies?
Good one.
That's a.
How the hell are you, kid?
Yeah. I'm not sure about.
I'm looking this up because I don't remember what the hell it was. So
Yeah.
2000. So who's the champion going into this show?
Kurt Angle.
Kurt Angle's the champion, right?
Yeah. Kurt Angle's
Okay.
the champion going in.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Kurt Angle wins the title at
What?
October, No Mercy of 2000 in October. Kurt
Okay.
Angle wins the title from The Rock.
Right.
The Rock beats Kurt Angle at No Way Out in 2001. That sets up Rock Austin at Mania. Austin beats Rock at Mania.
Right.
Yep. And then he holds the belt until Unforgiven, loses to Angle, Austin wins it right back, and then he loses to Jericho, and then Jericho loses to Triple H.
Jericho had a match on here too, if I'm not mistaken. I forget against who though.
I think so.
Yeah.
too.
I remember 01. I watched 01 before,
You know
and I
what's-
wasn't even born yet.
What's
This is
crazy
interesting.
about this? ECW had just folded, and WCW was about to fold. So it's a very weird time because, you know, the whole wrestling world's about to change.
Yeah.
These are the street signs. That makes me dizzy.
Yeah, it kind of gives me.
Royal Rumble in 2001. I heard New Orleans has had WrestleMania like 2 times in the last 10 years, I think.
Really?
They had it in 2014 and maybe a few years after that.
2014. So that's WrestleMania. What number is that? Is
30.
that that's 30?
30.
Okay.
30, so I go by like, so if the year ends in a 4, that's a 10. It's like a full number, like a 10, 20, 30. Like WrestleMania
Okay.
1 was 85, WrestleMania 10 was 94, WrestleMania 20 is 2004.
Okay.
So that's kind of how I remember it. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Anything with a 5 would have been in anything that ends in a 9. So 89 is 5, 99 is 15.
Okay.
2009 was 25. 2006, 20, no. Yes, 9. So now we're going on 38, is it?
Yeah, we're on 38, I think.
We're going to be on 38?
We're
or
going to be on
39?
38.
38.
Damn.
Well, look at those signs. Those are cool.
So what's your predictions for, I know we talked about that earlier, but what's your predictions?
See, I don't really watch it, so I'm just guessing. The Rumble?
Okay. Yeah, the Rumble.
I mean, I like what he said, what Dan said. I think it's going to be Big E or Lashley more, I think of it. Because it's like, you know, I could just see them doing it. Oh, the
But-
Dudleys.
I don't know if Big E's going to get the title back, though.
I'll be honest with you, I kind of find the Dudleys a little overrated. They had a cool
Overrated?
shtick. They have a
Nah, I
cool,
don't-
they have a cool shtick, but I don't think they're that great overall. I think they were just
I
very...
think every time I think about the Dudleys, I think about tables, ladders, and chairs. I think about tables.
Yeah,
think
but
about tables. Literally tables.
but, like, you don't
Because
think
that's their thing.
Yeah, but that's it. Like, you don't think of them as having like they're,
Right.
as like great wrestlers. They're just gimmick guys.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I just think about those fucking tables.
They're entertaining.
It's like whatever. They are. They have charisma.
Yeah, they
And charisma drives
I
so
think
much.
I think they succeeded without having a lot, if that makes sense.
No, it makes perfect sense.
You know.
The Dudleys against who? I'm trying to remember 01 because like I said, I watched 01, but I'm trying to remember who they went against.
Man, that ring looks huge, doesn't it?
The Rink?
The ring looks huge. I always think the WWE's. Oh.
You think you know?
I like Edge and Christian. Now I'm more of an Edge and Christian guy.
I was
do you
too.
How do you not like people who dress like that? You know, look at that cool coat. It looks like something got
Nah,
off Wish.
that coat is dope as shit.
Does it look like you got off that off Wish?
Yeah.
Oh God, that
Oh
was.
damn.
Gosh,
Sheesh.
you couldn't do that. Also, too, I always liked wrestlers with cool tights, and these guys had cool tights.
I was more of the baggy. I was more of the baggy pants.
You like the baggy
yeah,
pants?
Yeah, that's why I love Jeff Hardy. More of the baggy pants.
Well,
Like if I was a wrestler, I would wear baggy pants in
Okay.
the ring.
Okay.
I wouldn't wear tights.
you wouldn't. Why is that?
Nah, I don't know. I feel like I couldn't really move around in them. Like naturally, like I wear baggy, like clothes sometimes,
Okay.
and I feel more comfortable in that.
Oh, you see, but I think once you start wrestling, you'd want to wear something.
But you wrestle what you're comfortable in, though.
I guess so. But
I would
maybe-
wanna be in those
maybe
baggy.
You'd want to, maybe you wouldn't. I mean, maybe you'd have some more flow. Who knows? I don't know. That's a good point.
I don't know. I don't think I would look good in tights.
You know, that's why, like, I was a big Shawn Michaels fan. Once he went to baggy leather pants, I was like, Shawn. But he did that for his knee braces, I think.
Yeah, that's right. Nah, Edge and Christian, I was always a big fan of them.
Yeah, they're just cool. I think they're just cool guys.
And what do you think about the?
Tajiri had some cool baggy pants.
Who's
Remember
this?
Tajiri.
Oh,
Remember
okay,
Tajiri?
okay.
Japanese bush.
Yeah, right.
You think we're gonna get Dan back at all during this?
Dan, I told Dan not to come back, so he's not going to come back.
Good. He's a piece of garbage.
But what do you think about the mixed tag match that's at Rumble with Edge and Beth versus Miz and Maurice?
I haven't been watching, but I'm sure it'll be an okay match.
It's going to be an okay match.
I think
for
Maurice
sure.
and Beth, they're not going to get in the ring that much until like certain points. It's
I
gonna
don't think
be
Maurice is going to do much moves. Not that she has any.
I don't-
Sorry
I don't think so.
to the Maurice fans out there. But
I don't know if they need a lot of moves, but whatever they do need, it needs to look good, I guess, you know?
yeah.
So, I like the, It just seems like the arena looks really bright to me. Brighter than what it normally looks
You said
like
it looked big. I don't think I thought it was normal size.
The ring looks just big to me.
Like, why does it look bigger? Is because
I don't
of
know, it just looks big.
Okay.
I couldn't tell you why. Maybe it's just, it looks bigger for some reason than what it is now.
How old were you in 01? Are you
When-
29 now?
When this show happened,
Yeah.
I was 9. I turned 30 in March.
Oh, that's right.
So I was 9.
You're not.
So
Yeah.
yeah, I'm old.
Me and John C are like, well, we're the same age. Yeah, we're the same age. You're older? When's your birthday? I'm older. I'm older, right? Whatever. I always get excited like when I find out I'm older than someone. I don't know, it just makes me like, oh,
You like that?
yeah. I'm like,
you go up to someone in kindergarten. I'm older.
I'm
than you.
older than you. I can tell you anything, you know? Ooh. You know, Edge and Christian were so slick.
They were.
They were so slick. I mean, that was just a slick cheap shot right there.
I'm sure Dan will be back at some point.
He'll be back.
He'll be back. He'll probably do some stuff. I'm surprised we're doing it this late because he's got a very early flight.
Like 6, right?
Yeah, I think so. He doesn't sleep much. I don't think he gets a lot of sleep. I think,
I'm not.
well, actually, no. I take that back. He probably sleeps okay for the most part.
Yeah.
But I don't know then. I mean, I really don't know. I know he goes to bed in the early morning hours, and he wakes up, I think, around 9.
Well, to be honest, who really goes to sleep for morning flights? I know I don't.
I try to.
I try to, but it never happens. I get most of my sleep for the night flights.
Do you sleep on the plane easily or no?
Not really.
I can't.
I
either.
can't.
I can't.
This one time, when I actually flew from here to Miami for Thanksgiving break, I was like so like sleepy, right? And I'm starting to go to sleep, and I fall asleep on this girl, and it's like so awkward because it's like
sleep on the girl. That's got to be a crime now.
it's a crime. So and because it's that, I was so uncomfortable because like she looked at me and she was like, "Whoa, like, what are you doing?"
What are you doing?
Social
there?
distancing.
What are you doing, pal?
Exactly.
What's this small child doing on me? You're like cuddling up. Like,
I'm like, you know.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, so that was kind of weird, but you know, I don't really sleep on flights. What do you think about Edge's moveset?
I like him. I like him. I like both. If I had to pick one between the two, I like Christian. I like Edge a little more than Christian.
Why? Why is that?
I think Edge has a little more of that star factor.
Okay. You think you know me?
I know, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
He looks a little cooler to me, Edge.
Yeah. I agree.
He looks a little cooler. So, referee Mike Chioda in the ring.
What's his name?
Mike Chioda.
Yeah, okay.
You've probably seen him a lot.
I've seen him so many times. I just never know his name.
What is that tattoo? Is that a dog or a cat?
Wait, his hair covering now.
No, he had a tattoo on his arm, and I don't know what it was.
How old is Edge now?
Probably about 50.
50?
Closing on 50. All these guys here at this point were probably like in their late 20s to early 30s here.
Okay. Because I'm trying to remember when Edge started, like how old he was when he first started. Was he in his 20s?
Excuse me, when Edge started?
Yeah.
Edge was probably late teens, early 20s.
Okay.
He got to WWE, he was probably like in his mid 20s.
Okay.
But he's not like, he's probably like a few years younger than guys like Triple H or Rob Van Dam. Now you're a Rob Van Dam, right? Guy,
Oh,
right?
yeah,
I just watched
for
a match
sure.
of his off the network at a show called Anarchy Rules 2000. It was him.
I've never
versus
seen that.
Him. It was from ECW. It was him versus Rhino.
Oh, okay, Rhino.
Really, really. I didn't really. I liked some of it. So they did like a lot of like tables and chairs and stuff like that, and they used a lot of stuff. And like, I think for what that is, I think it was fine. But they had a lot of cool stuff. Rhino was huge. Rhino had like this
Yeah.
so thick. And Rob, like, you know, him and Rob did some really cool stuff. They had some good chemistry. I liked it. I think Van Damme was really talented. My only problem with Rob was
or it's
well,
because he can still hang with the young guys.
yeah, but he doesn't do it all the time.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, but he's still
Fair.
really talented. My only problem with Rob is like I feel like he's only I feel like you didn't get much character from Rob Van Dam. He was just always like, hey, I'm Rob Van Dam, I'm chill, I'm laid back. But you never got a lot of character from him. He was just a guy.
I feel okay. So here's my thing. I feel like he was so real in the aspect of like his character in WWE and in real life were like the same. Because if you watch his documentary, documentary on Peacock that came out last year, I think it came out last year, or 2020, one of those. He described like who he was growing up and everything like that, and it was so familiar with like it was so similar to like his character in WWE. So I think that was like the thing, you know,
Okay.
like it wasn't much of like a difference.
But he never evolved it. It was just him.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I don't know. He never showed any sort of like.
And I don't know if I cared about that. It was like the in-ring ability for me.
I mean, he was great. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah?
I mean, I think it just seemed like he never fully got to realize his full potential about being that top guy. But he had a great career.
And he had in the documentary, you'll see that he had the attitude of like, well, I don't care. Well, you know, I'm chilling, you know?
Yeah,
Because he
no.
was always like under the influence and.
But that's what his character always was. It was like he never was upset or angry or
Yeah.
emotional. He was just like, oh, I'm just chill.
Yeah.
I think that hurt him a little bit.
Yeah. If we know for sure, absolutely. Because his potential could have been like, you know, up
like,
there
like
more.
to be fair, like Ric Flair was always Ric Flair, like no matter what you saw him, but he actually showed some more character depth, you know.
Yeah, I feel like that's one thing he could show. He wasn't really good in the ring, if we want to be honest.
Oh, they're doing the was-ups.
I was never a Ric Flair fan. I'm sorry about that.
No, it's fine. I mean, you like who you like. I didn't like Flair a lot, and then I got into him more as I got older. I appreciate him a lot now. If you watch Flair's stuff from the late 80s, or like mid to late 80s, early 90s, it's really good, I think.
Okay.
But not everyone's going to like everyone. I think Dusty Rhodes is super overrated. People love Dusty Rhodes. It's
American
fine.
Dream.
American Dream, baby. I don't do much. I'm fat as fuck, but everyone loves me. And people love him. So
Yeah.
there's a lot of wrestlers I don't care for, but I don't care for half the wrestlers out today. But people like them. They like them.
Like who?
I don't like Darby Allin much.
You've expressed this a lot.
I don't
And
like
wait,
Darby
so
Allin.
is it because
I
of?
think Sammy Guevara is overrated. I think Jungle Boy's overrated. I'm
Yeah.
one of the AEW guys.
I seen. What match did I see with Sammy Guevara the other day? I forgot what it was.
Was it Dustin Rhodes?
Was it Dustin Rhodes? Might have been. I'm not a huge Darby fan, but I like him. I think, like I said, I've always said this. I think he would have excelled in ECW.
He would have been better in ECW.
He would have been like for what the show was.
Yeah.
Like he would have been like.
For a car crash guy just throwing himself
No,
out
for
there.
sure,
Yeah.
for sure. I just worry about that CTE because.
Oh, I think he's gonna be so fucked.
He's gonna be so
He's
fucked
my
up.
age. Like he's a year younger than me. I think by the time he's 40, he's just gonna be.
Yeah.
Like, you know.
Yeah, it's gonna be over.
Oh, just hit him, dude. Just go for it.
Why are you waiting? Oh.
Oh. That's kind of a cool
Oh.
little spot. That's kind of a cool little thing. Are we gonna see a title change?
Are we gonna see a title
We're gonna
change?
see a
Looks
title
like
change.
it.
I think we are.
I think we might be seeing a
One,
title change.
2.
Oh,
there's a title change.
the new champions. Look at Bubba. He's just like, ah. Was this the first time they had the championship or no?
Why are we doing the close-up on Bubba? This is a very ugly man. to
Right?
look at.
That's what I'm like. Look at Bubba. Look at his face.
Jesus Christ, such an ugly fucking man. Him and Devon, they would take the mic in ECW, particularly Bubba, and they would just call people like all kinds of horrible
Yeah.
stuff. And it was like, you couldn't really get away with that stuff today.
Nah.
But people would say all
Different
kinds
time.
Different times, but like they'd call people all kinds of mean things, you
Oh,
know?
yeah.
You know, but I don't know. I thought they got over for what Curly for president. They did look at it.
Was this the first time they ever won the championship though? Like, is this the first time? Because that's the thing. Like, I want to know. Because I'm not sure how many
I'm not
times they
sure.
had it when they.
They might have been one. I don't know. They got to WWE in '99, so they were there all through 2000. So I wouldn't be surprised if they had it before.
Okay. That was smart. Ooh, yeah. Title change hands.
Title change. I stretched the show out with a hot title
Well,
change.
this was a good open. What do you think?
I thought so.
Okay.
Earlier today, we're getting picked up in an old school Lincoln Town car. You know, things are about to get real. Who is this? Let's see. New Orleans, you think it was cold that night? That might have been a little chilly.
Yeah, maybe.
Drew Carey. Remember Drew Carey at all?
No, I don't.
He was a comedian, kind of culturally relevant at that time.
Okay.
Big fan of Jim Ross.
Oh, Jim. Cancer free.
Yeah, good for
Cancer
him.
free. Good for him, man.
Yeah,
I was so
good
happy
for
when I heard about that.
Good for him. Anyway. It's gonna be a long night by the time the show ends and by the time you get home and everything. and-
Yeah. It's about like a almost 3 hour show?
Yeah, I told this to Dan, like, it's a long show and you got an early flight.
Vince McMahon.
And then Michael Cole with his highlights.
Oh my God, that is Michael Cole. Whoa, it's crazy. He could not pull that off today.
I think he could.
You think so?
No, probably not.
No.
I would do that. That's a cool look, I
Nah.
think. I think it's a cool look. I think
Not
it's cool.
today, though.
I think it's cool any day.
Not on Michael today, though.
No, I meant in general.
Okay.
Not Michael Cole. Michael Cole's a little weird.
I think that might be a cool look for you. What do you think?
I might try it. Might try
Yeah,
it. Let's see. You know?
Like actually cut the hair, like, or just dye it that color.
Yeah, either or.
Okay.
Do both maybe. It
Okay.
depends.
Okay.
Who's this guy?
All right.
This guy had a good time.
Who do we have next?
I don't know. What's John C doing in the booth? Having
John
a cold
C?
beverage? John C's having a cold beverage.
Yeah, he is.
Having a cold one.
Oh, Red Bull.
He's having a cold Red Bull.
You know, I don't drink Red Bulls anymore, man. Last time I drank a Red Bull, I almost got a heart attack.
I
No,
know.
that's not a Red Bull. Okay, what is that?
Celsius.
Oh, okay. No, but the last time I had a Red Bull, I almost had a heart attack. And I was like, you know, it's done. Huh?
Florida-based company.
Florida-based company. Okay. Haven't got on that yet.
Triple H looks pretty massive here, didn't he? He
Yeah.
even got bigger as time went on. He got big. He got even huge the next year.
Yeah, he did. HHH Hunter.
Yeah, if you want to do it, you can.
A UCam. Stephanie looks good here. What do you think?
Yeah, she looks a little pale, I
A
think.
little pale.
Maybe because she's ex Triple H, she was probably. You know how old Triple H here was? He was like 31.
Right here? Because
Yeah.
he's like 50 now, right?
Yeah, but look how old he looks. He does not look like he's 31.
No.
He always looked a
You're
little.
close to 31, and he doesn't even look like
Yeah, it's like.
half your age.
Yeah, he looked a little older than 31 for sure.
He looks older. I think he looks like what he looks like now, if I'm not mistaken.
I don't know.
Without the hair, I don't know. Her voice right here, oh my God. I would not be intimidated right now. You know, I used to want to be slapped by Stephanie, because I always thought her slaps are so, like, priceless.
Hey, it's the APA.
Hey, the APA!
That's kind of the look I want to go for, Kevin Hart. Right around there, that long black
I
hair.
can see that.
With the big hoop earrings. Not so much the goatee. I'm not a goatee guy.
Not a goatee guy?
Not a goatee guy, not for me. But I will say, that's a look I wouldn't mind going for.
I can see it. I can see it.
You know, maybe get like a cool little like panther tattoo right there to look all tough with my.
Have you ever watched the APA documentary?
I have not.
Okay.
Do you like the documentaries of WWE?
Yeah, I do. I talked about them a lot, don't I?
You mentioned a lot of documentaries. You mentioned
No,
a
I
lot
do.
of
I like to. Well, I don't know. I like to find out about the behind the scenes of, you know, just what was going through their heads.
Crash
It's interesting.
Holly. This guy's passed
Crash
away.
Holly.
He's been dead for Crash Holly's been dead now for almost 20 years.
Oh God, almost 20 years, really.
Yeah, 20 years. What's that?
Rumble
Royal
01.
2001. Royal Rumble 2001.
You weren't even born yet.
How old is John C?
He's same age as me. I'm a little older though.
Same age as you?
age
Oh,
as
he's not even 21 yet.
No.
Oh, this is gonna be a good match.
Oh, what is this? Is that Jericho versus
Jericho Benoit.
I knew it.
That's
I knew
pretty
Jericho
good.
had a match in there. I'm ringing. I didn't mean to say that. Reading. I'm gonna say reading. I'm reading Ring of Hell right now.
Oh, I thought
pretty
you
good.
said you finished it.
No, I didn't finish it.
Ooh.
But
These guys had
now
cool
that I'm
tights too.
Benoit.
Benoit and Jericho, cool tights. I like their.
Benoit was just like knockoff of Dynamite, if you just think about it. Like
He was.
Yeah.
But it worked for him.
it did.
You know, and oh geez. That looks like it hurts the neck so much.
No, honestly, I love the crossface though.
Yeah, it's a cool move.
Crossface
There's
and-
also the variations of the crossface look pretty cool.
Yeah, crossface and sharpshooter and like what's the other one? What's the other submission move that I really love?
The Boston Crab.
Boston Crab for sure.
Oh, that's
Crucifix. No, not crucifix. Cloverleaf. I mean, it's pretty cool too.
this is just such a hard-hitting match. It looks like I think this is gonna be match of the night.
You think so?
I think it'll be.
I think so. They're really good athletes, both of them. Love that jersey.
That's cool. Yeah, Jericho got a few of these different ones. Oh, it's a ladder
Oof.
match.
Yeah, look like it. Y2J.
Wow, people are coming up for Y2J.
Yeah, so I'm reading Ring of Hell right now. I'm not almost done either, but just a dark book, man. Just a dark book about the industry, Benoit. You know, pretty interesting though.
Yeah, it sounds
Have you
good.
read it?
I haven't, but I hear is it good? Do you recommend it?
I recommend it.
You-
If you're into crime drama, then yeah, for sure.
Okay, cool. I'll keep that in mind.
Yeah. Jericho.
I wish Phil was here for this match.
I
I
haven't
wish
met,
Phil was here for this show.
yeah, I haven't not met Phil yet, and I just hear his name all the time. I'm like,
he's a great
feel like
guy.
I'm missing out on something important.
He's the way his voice is awesome. He sounds. I'm trying to do an imitation of him.
Well, the laugh, I know.
You know, Kevin Manicus Hart. I was in the Philadelphia Spectrum in 1980. It was a great match between Bob Backlund and Hulk Hogan. And I was sitting by ringside, and I saw Bob Backlund say, "Hey, take it easy there, killer." And I was like, "Whoa, Bob Backlund."
That's how he talks?
Very soft, well-spoken voice. With very deep voice too. But he's a cool guy. I like him a lot.
Phil DeCesare.
Yeah, rhymes with treasury.
Wait, rhymes with treasury. How tall is Benoit? Isn't he like 5'9"?
Oh, he was probably legit in real life. Probably a solid 5'9"-ish.
Yeah.
You know, I don't think he was as. They said he wasn't a tall guy, and he probably
Yeah.
wasn't. But I would say he was about 5'9", maybe, about that.
Okay. Benoit's, oof. Jericho's like, get up, get up, get up, get up, get up. No, this is gonna be a good match. I know for sure.
Yeah. I kind of wish it wasn't even a ladder match because I like the more straight wrestling matches.
Same.
But depends on what the angle is.
I love submission matches.
Okay, those are pretty cool.
Yeah.
Oh, looks like that's gonna be.
Oh, looks like he's trying to get him in the crossface. Similar ring attires too.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah.
They both were lawn tights guys.
Yeah.
Jericho switched to trunks later on in his career. I don't think he ever looked as good as he did in the lawn
Yeah,
tights.
yeah.
I think Jericho always looked better in the lawn tights as opposed to the trunks.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think, too, when he switched to trunks, he had gotten a little heavier, too. And I think trunks look better if you have a certain body type for it.
Okay.
You know, I think if you have a really good set of legs, I think you can go for trunks. If your legs are kind of meh, and I'd say go for lawn tights.
Yeah.
But it depends on the guy. Some guys have switched. Oh, that move always freaks me out because one's become really down on the shoulder. real
Yo,
quickly.
you would not enjoy that.
I would not.
You would not enjoy that.
I wouldn't. No. And who knows? And I think actually I have a theory that any wrestler who's wrestled long enough ends up having a bad neck, a bad shoulder.
No, it's either or.
bad
for sure.
knee or
Yeah.
bad back, or at least one of the two, or a combination.
No.
You
Oh.
know, I think every wrestler, like I'd be, you know, the next wrestler comes in here, you know, like John Nord, you know, or how many, what
Ooh.
injuries does he have? Oh, see, like,
Missed that. No, for sure. Like if it's not a combination, it's either or. That's a
Yeah.
fact.
Yeah.
You know.
Marty and John both have bad ankles.
oh, they do?
Ah.
Oh, yeah, Marty's got this bad ankle too, which looked ridiculously bad.
I think John's with diabetes.
Yeah,
Diabetes.
John's got a few issues. John walks like he's the way he walks, man, it's like he's like this ancient callus.
Uh-oh, we're getting the ladder. So
I don't know
You
who
don't-
wins this. I really don't know who wins this. I don't know if I've ever even watched this show. And you know what's the problem is with the network
Forgot who
is
won
so many
this.
options. I'm an ADD kid, so I don't know what to pick. I'm like,
Mm.
oh my god, so many options. What do I pick? But I like a lot of the old school stuff. I like stuff from the 80s. I was watching a little bit of a world class championship wrestling from 1984. Really good stuff. Really
watch a lot of
interesting.
old stuff, and I appreciate
Yeah.
that. I
And you
need
know
to
what
get
it
back
is?
on my old
It
stuff.
is like when you watch it, they don't do a lot in the ring as much as now. So everything kind of means a little bit more. So it's kind of like you'll watch it, and like I watched a part of Ric Flair's match, and like Ric Flair is near a table, and he loses the match by DQ. He takes the microphone and hits the guy in the head, and the guy bleeds. And they're like, Ric Flair has been disqualified. He's like, oh, I'm out of it, because he hit the guy with the microphone. But the way he did it was so smart, because the table's right there. He didn't like leave the ring. He just saw it, and he just grabbed it from the ring.
Yeah.
Because he was like, oh, this guy's gonna beat me, and that worked back then. You could do that a lot. Now you could do it, but people complain and they get, this guy cheated and he disqualified himself to win the title again, and people don't like it.
Yeah, people want to see a match. And I think I'm one of those people. I want to see a match.
Well, you get a match, it's just you get a weird ending to the match, you know. But I think it works for a little bit. If you do it sparingly, it works, you know.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah, that's a scary.
So when it comes to like ladder matches, like who is your favorites? Like you like to see? Because you're not really big into ladder matches,
I've
right?
seen a couple I like. I remember watching the Edge and Christian and like Ludley Boys and Hardy Boys match, and that was like, what?
Oh yeah.
I watched the Ric
Good
Flair
one.
and Edge one from years ago, or WrestleMania 21 Money in the Bank. That was sweet.
Yeah.
I like the original Shawn Michaels and Razor Ramon ladder matches from '94 and '5.
Okay.
The ladder match actually started in Stampede Wrestling in the late '70s. I think Bret Hart helped come up with it.
Oh.
And so that match has been around
good to know.
since the late '70s. And Dynamite Kid and Bret Hart would do those matches, and they would be. And the problem with the ladder is you can't work a ladder; it's hard.
Yeah.
So while you get with the ladder, you're really getting hit. But the ladder matches now are more. It's more like a bunch of ladders, and it's more spots. The back in the older ladder matches, people seem to work a match around the ladder. Now it's more like, let's use the ladder for this spot and this spot and that spot. So it's different. Now there used to be only 1 or 2 ladders. Now it's like 7 ladders in the match.
Right.
It's just like there's so many ladders. Kind of like the table match, you know?
Yeah.
And that's what I didn't like about ECW is like
Fuck.
a guy goes to a table and then they pin him 1-2, kick out. It's like,
Yeah.
he's through a table. You know? I saw Rob Van Dam get pile driven through a table, kicked out a minute later. And I'm like, why?
Yeah.
Like, just end the match.
Yeah.
You know?
But Robin is one of a kind.
He's one of a kind. God.
Oh my God! Oh
Jesus.
good Lord!
That's a CT. Did he put his hands up on that?
Oh my God! I find it funny that you say CTE with Benoit because
Yeah.
I mean after his death they took CTE so seriously when it should have been taken seriously before. I think
So we got this here.
that was bad.
That
but
was
I
it.
think this one was a little worse.
So he hits him right.
Fuck!
Well,
he went right into
put
that.
his hands up, but he almost
anticipated it
he
for
hits
sure.
the guardrail though.
Yeah.
Now I don't think this was at the Super Bowl. This isn't at the Mercedes-Benz Dome, right?
I don't remember.
No, I don't think this is at the.
You can
Because that's what they
look
do
it
at
up and
Mania. They
see.
do it. They do the big Super Bowl dome shows, like the Mercedes, like where the Saints play.
Yeah.
So, but this wasn't. I don't think this was there. I think this was like maybe the arena they did have like a basketball team in or something like that. I know New Orleans has something called like that's where the Pelicans play, the Smoothie King Arena or whatever it's
Smoothie
called.
King Arena.
Center Smoothie King. But yeah, I actually heard New Orleans is a really fun town. I've never been.
Yeah, I never. Oh.
I knew a couple people who went, and they basically told me it's like a town that you can go have the best night of your life at, and like party at all, and like any kind of party you want to do. But you could wake up the next day with like your kidney removed in like in like a bathtub. It's like a dirty town, It just and they've got a lot of crime, and there's a lot of like.
Oh, I know about the crime rate. Yeah, it's pretty high over there.
Like I've seen videos of like the hoods in New Orleans, and it's like, oh Jesus Christ. It looks like a Lil Wayne music video, It's like
You saw what music video?
It looks like a Hot Boys music video
Well,
from like 99.
well, Lil Wayne is from.
Yeah, it's from New Orleans.
Yeah.
It's like the Ninth Ward, but
New Orleans.
yeah, but I wouldn't want to. I mean, I don't know if I wouldn't. I've never been there, so I can't say I wouldn't want to live there. But I heard New Orleans is like it's not like a North American city. It's like a really nice Caribbean city in North America, as opposed to a shitty North American city. That's how you have to look at it. But I'm like, well, if it was a Caribbean city, wouldn't there be like a nice beach? And it would
Come
be
to Miami.
That's a Caribbean city.
Yeah, it is.
I feel like New Orleans is like it's like a ghetto Miami. Like, well,
You
they're
think
like-
so?
It sounds like it, but I wouldn't mind going. Put it
I
this
would
way,
want to go like for Mardi Gras.
I would rather visit New Orleans than a lot of other places in the United States. I'd rather go to New Orleans than Boise, Idaho, or Casper, Wyoming, or
Wyoming. Oof.
some place
Nobody
in,
really talks about Wyoming.
some place in like the Dakotas. I got no,
Yeah.
So
That's Dakotas. Oh my God, I forget. What, South Dakota is a state?
yeah, South Dakota's a state. John C's got family in South Dakota.
Really?
Yeah, he might go there. I don't know. He might go there to visit.
That's just a
help
place
out.
that you don't hear about, right?
Yeah,
Like you don't really hear about Indiana.
Well, Indiana's got stuff. South Dakota just doesn't have anything except John C's family. Hey, John.
And where are you from?
I'm from here. I'm
Okay.
From
And your
Everett.
family's from here?
Yeah, my family's from here. My grandmother lives in South Carolina. I have Georgetown, which is just 30 minutes south of Myrtle Beach.
Oh, okay.
Myrtle Beach is a cool town.
Yeah.
Kind of
heard about it.
touristy. Charleston was nice. I like Charleston. More historical, but I like the South in general. I think the South's more interesting than people like give it credit for.
Yeah.
I
I think people always just associate the South with like boring and like quiet and like, oh my God, like,
racism and bad.
That too,
But like
that's a big part of it.
Someone told me like, oh, like I would hate to live in like a place like Mississippi. I'm like, if you gave me enough money, I would move there.
You moved there.
I'd move there for enough money. Yeah, why not?
I went to the last time I've been to Mississippi. I went to.
oh
my God!
oh my God.
That was such a bad spot. I seen that and I'm like,
so
that's a bad spot.
terrible.
That's such a
awful.
bad spot.
Why would they do that?
That's such a bad
He could have
spot.
broken his leg.
Benoit didn't care. Benoit did this to fucking hurt himself a lot of the times. He got paid to hurt himself. A lot of them do.
Oh God. What are you saying? I'm sorry.
The last time I've been to wait, let's watch this replay again. Fuck.
That makes me just. Ugh.
That gives me anxiety. Last time I've been to Mississippi, I went to Elvis's house in
Oh,
Tupelo.
really?
Yeah,
Really?
it's pretty nice. Yeah.
It's like a little like shotgun style house,
Yeah,
right?
mhm. I have a picture on my phone.
Yeah,
like I was standing right in front of
I
it.
hear it's a really beautiful state. It's just there's not a lot. I actually had a friend. I have a friend whose family is from this place called Rosedale. It was like one of the Delta towns, and he's like so poor. He lived there for 9 months. He said 2 weeks and I wanted to go home. And I'm like, well, because it was 2 hours south of Memphis. I'm like, so did you ever go to Memphis? He's like, well, Memphis is just it's not like a lot of, Memphis is Memphis. But he said like a lot of people around there, it's like you grow up there and it's like, yeah, quality of life is slower and it's cheaper, but it's like there's no opportunities for a lot of people there.
Yeah,
you know?
true.
So if you make this, but I wouldn't mind checking it out or going there. My thing is like, I think you can like anywhere if you're that kind of person, if you're fit for it.
True.
If you can find a way and you can find your own deal and you don't mind it, you won't mind it.
I mean, coming here, because I came here for college,
Yeah.
And I didn't know if I would like Boston or not, but I do like Boston.
You do?
Yeah.
Is it super different from Miami? 180?
After just the weather.
You can't. No
It's
one
just
likes
a
the
big
weather.
city like Miami.
No. Here's the thing. Now, have you been here? Will you be here in the summertime?
Probably not.
Okay, because the summertime is the nicest time of year here. I think. Like from May, like so if you divide them, if you were to ask me what's the nicest half of the year, I would say May to November. Like Cinco de from like May to November, I think is the nicest time of year here.
And why do you say that?
You say summer's the nicest season in Boston.
I think so.
And you don't think so?
It's probably about as humid as Miami.
Yeah, the humidity. When I got here, I went to the Boston Common. I live right across the Boston Common. It was so hot that day, and I was so fucking like, oh my god, like this is like home. But it's not gonna be like home too, like too
No,
long.
but Boston
you know?
doesn't get as
It reminded me
high,
of Miami,
high
though.
in the heat range. Like a lot of times it stays around late 70s or low 80s.
Oh no, that day it was like in the 90s.
No, but that doesn't happen all the time. That's
True.
it's not-
It fluctuates more than Miami for sure. Not as much rain. Yeah,
Here?
I agree with that.
Well,
Oh yeah,
I
it's
think
like,
it rains a lot here.
I mean, in the summertime, you go to Miami in the summertime, it rains a lot.
Fall, I would say if summer's not the nicest here, I think fall is really nice, but fall is really nice for the first 6 weeks.
Okay.
Once you get into November,
Once the trees go bare, it's just kind of
Yeah.
winter light.
but I think like for me, like May to November is the nice time of year here. After that, it's like because spring really is slow here, and I think summer is like for the most part, I think summer's pretty nice. There's some summers that have sucked, but for the most part, I think it's nice.
The thing
Okay.
about spring is when all the permafrost goes, everything is just mud.
Yeah, for the first 6 weeks, spring kind of sucks. And then once May comes, it's like, oh yeah, we should warm up, and then it kind of
We should warm up.
Like if I was gonna go see a Red Sox game, I wouldn't go anytime before May. It'd probably be rainy or cold.
Yeah, it's.
It wouldn't be that hot.
What's that?
I wouldn't. It wouldn't be that hot.
But you'd just freeze. In April?
In April, it's not that cold.
Oh, I think it's cold in April in Fenway. I think so.
Fenway. I haven't been to Fenway either.
But so you'd be here basically from like September to May.
Yeah,
On the-
basically. Yeah. I don't think I'll be down here for the summer. Maybe not, because I could take an internship to be here down for the summer. That'd be pretty dope.
Dan's gonna be seeing you in May. Like, when are we gonna see little Manica's heart? When are we gonna see the little flower face?
Got to show it again since it was mentioned. Right? Yeah. We'll leave it to the fans to see if they like it or not, because Dan, I feel like Dan does like it though.
No, Dan
likes it.
Dan's just like obsessed with anyone. Like he'll get on anyone for any. I noticed Dan's obsessed with people's like. He's obsessed with little things. Like if you say something, he'll like go, oh. Like I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
I'm busy with a friend. Oh, what kind of friend? Like he's obsessed with people's sexuality.
Yeah.
And orientation, and he's obsessed with like little
Oh.
things.
Any fellatio going on.
fellatio. You like the fellatio? He's just obsessed with that.
You
stuff.
sound like it. Oh my
yeah,
God.
and he'll tell you too.
Oh my God. I think if I'm around, I mean, I'll be around Dan for a while. If I'm around Dan, I'm going to start acting like Dan.
Yeah.
Because I feel like, you're around somebody for so long, you start to
Right.
adapt their
yeah,
ways.
Yeah, ask John C. John
Maybe
C.
around
Am I
Dan.
not wrong on that? He's just obsessed with little things like about people.
No, you're right.
Yeah.
You're totally right.
Yeah, he's obsessed.
Some Freudian bullshit.
Freudian.
He told Quincy to chug his milk. I was like, last night I was expecting him to be like, yeah, chug that milk, you slut. Go ahead.
Oh
that's
my
cool.
God. Oh, he's tapping.
So mean to
But that's not how he can win the
Yeah,
match, though. This is
Quincy-
ladder match.
Quincy's just, yeah. I think sometimes too, Quincy's once in a while say something that brings it on himself. Like he kind of sets up the joke, but yeah.
Oh, he plays into it sometimes.
Yeah.
When he cackles, he's really playing into
Oh,
it.
I've seen him smirk too. Like he's, yeah.
Wait, he has him in the crossface. He's tapping, but that's not how you win the match
You
here.
can't, yeah. So
Get
he-
him out and go get the fucking championship.
But his little that he
Yeah.
does sometimes.
Yeah.
No, he
he's
just really wants to hurt him,
Yeah, he's just.
which is fair. That would have been a good German if he did that right there.
Fans asking for Quincy's type, and he's just like.
How did he get here? Did you give him an Uber? Oh wow. How much was his Uber?
Ah!
It's like
It's
$10
back.
Pat paid for half of it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, he's only like 10 minutes away, maybe like 3.5 miles. It's not long.
Can't keep giving out his address.
Well, I think that's all. You can send him care packages. Yeah, he's Quincy, he's been around for a while. I wish he had more tweets that we could read.
Oh God.
I don't know.
His tweets.
Like, could you imagine him tweeting at celebrities? Like,
I can imagine.
Like at Cardi B. Jesus Christ, what are you doing now, Chowderhead?
Cardi B. Oh my God. Cardi. Oh.
Or as I like to call her, second-rate Nicki Minaj.
I had,
and then everyone's a copy of someone, you know?
No.
You know what I mean? Everyone, that's common stars. Everyone's a copy.
The music industry nowadays is just like.
I don't see anyone that like. Okay, I watched.
I just
Someone
don't
showed
know.
me. I saw a clip, a YouTube short of Billie Eilish.
Okay.
And I'm like, this fuckhead doesn't do anything original. She sounds like she's barely talking. She makes no sense whenever she says anything. she's just a cock.
I like Billy. I mean, oh shit. Shit.
Oh, that's a big head, flying elbow. I'm flying head.
That like, isn't a headbutt like illegal nowadays?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's like illegal to do nowadays in the ring, and we know why.
Yeah.
Billy's cool. Not a big fan, but I think she's cool.
I don't know. She seems like a douchebag to me. I think everyone's a douchebag.
I don't watch it enough to like really say that. Like, can say that or agree with that.
Who do you think
So
is
I
a
don't know.
who do you think is a douchebag? And I think Drake is a douchebag.
Kanye West for sure.
Yeah,
I know he's a douchebag.
I think Drake is. I think most rappers are douchebags.
I don't know if Drake is a douchebag.
Drake seems like he's a bit of a little bit.
Pedophile.
Really? Look at John C. He comes up to me like, or Drake. He's like, Drake's a pedophile.
Drake's a pedophile.
Why is Drake a pedophile, John C? I don't know why. I'm legit curious.
I think he had an experience with Drake. That's why he's saying that.
He like groped a 16-year-old on stage once.
Oh, I don't know if that makes him a
Whoa.
pedophile.
That definitely makes him a pedophile.
Well, I don't know. Did she know that? Did she look older?
He specifically asked her how old she was. She said 16.
Oh, well.
That makes him a pedophile.
How did he grope her? Did he
That makes him.
fondle her? Did he? I'm gonna pull it. Did he touch her breasts?
That makes him. That definitely
I don't know if it
is
makes him a
concerned
pedophile,
after
but it
hearing
makes
that. I've
him a
never
little-
heard that about Drake.
It makes it.
He's been counting down the days until Millie Bobby Brown turns 18.
Oh gosh. I don't know. Just Drake just seems like a weird guy. Something's weird about him.
I don't know.
I mean, I think
Every one of his songs is about how hard it is being him.
he makes. You know.
Did you guys listen to CLB?
Who is it?
CLB.
Who's
Well, his new album that came out last year, Certified Lover Boy.
I didn't. I don't really listen to his music. I'm not a big rap guy. I used to be a big rap guy when I was younger, but I'm not.
Who did
really.
you listen to?
I like.
Don't say Eminem.
I like Tyler the Creator a lot
Oh,
because he was a little out there. I like the kind of like the weirder rappers like him and.
alternative rap. Very
not,
like.
not even like that, but like just different rappers. I mean, like I'll listen to a rap song here and there that I like. You know, I only like. It depends on the mood. You know what I mean? If I want to, throw my ass back, I'll put on
Your ass
some
back.
Nicki Minaj or some Cardi B. You know, I want to. But no, not really. But I listen to a lot of like rock and metal and
Okay.
stuff like that. And
Okay.
like it depends on my mood, but I like even poppier stuff.
Okay.
It just depends. Like I'll listen to kind of just I listen to everything, but always the same stuff. If that makes any sense.
Okay. Fair. Yeah, I listen to everything really much, pretty much. Like, doesn't matter. Did I sound like Dan when I said that? Doesn't matter.
Do you? You're a big Miami guy. So who's from Miami? Is it the Two Live Crew?
Two Live Crew.
Is that the three? Who's the song that they made? What the fuck is there? Is that he from Miami?
I don't know. I've never heard of him.
Gloria Estefan, is she from Miami?
Yeah, she is from Miami.
She's from Miami?
She's from Miami, yeah. Gloria Estefan, yeah. I
Was
like I
Vanilla
was on
Ice
a,
from Miami?
I don't know.
Or, I don't know, maybe it was Florida guy, I can't remember. Rob Van Winkle, is that his name? Oh, so Jericho has won the Intercontinental, so he's a new champion.
Title has changed twice tonight. Well, we have the Dudley Boys who won the tag team championships, and we have Trish. Look at Trish, and then we had Jericho win the Intercontinental.
Trish Strass, or as Dan Mariah would call her, a Bozak.
She's a Bozak?
Look at this Bozak.
How's she
over
a
here.
Bozak?
I don't know. He just calls people. He's like, it's funny, because he talks like he's like an old mobster from the 30s sometimes. He'll be like, look at this old Bozak over here.
How's she a Bozak?
I don't know. I think
I'm
he just thinks.
curious.
I think he thinks every woman's a Bozark. I swear, if Dan Marotti should teach a class on feminism, he'd be like, "This fucking whore over here, like, look at this fucking rat." Everyone's just a rat and a whore to Dan, which I don't really necessarily agree with, but you know.
It's Dan. Opinion. Trish. Yeah, she's accompanying. Did I say that right? Accompanying. I'm just gonna forget about it. She's managing Kurt Angle tonight.
Oh.
Yeah.
That sweater, Drew. You gotta change that sweater, dog.
Oh God.
That's a terrible sweater.
I probably will wear it. I think I would look good in it. I'll be honest. I like sweaters.
No, it's fine, but that's a terrible sweater. It looks like a Cleveland Browns generic like team sweater that you got in like the mail for being a fan in 1990.
No, he just looks like a real dad. I'll just say that.
He looks like
he's a real dad.
That's a Quincy Rastani sweater. We gotta find him that sweater.
That is a Quincy sweater. I feel like he'll really wear that shit.
Quincy.
He kind of looks like Quincy.
Quincy will wear anything. You can give him a human skin coat and he'll wear it.
Does he kind of look like Quincy?
With more chromosomes. Quincy, I don't even know what his life story is like, but it'd be interesting. Probably just chugging milk all day, every day.
What type of milk does Quincy like? Is it whole milk, almond milk?
I think it's whole 2%. Not 2%.
2%.
He's doing the red cap.
Okay.
He's got the red cap
I see
special.
the red cap. Yeah, that's
Hey,
cool.
Billy Gunn in China.
China. Have you seen China's Dark Side of the Ring?
I saw part of it. It was sad.
Yeah, it was.
It was really sad. I feel bad.
She's going against who tonight?
Someone I forget. I honestly forget at this point. I feel like these watch-alongs. It's weird. I watch them. New.
That's such a heel response. How do I feel? I feel great. I beat his ass. I should cut a promo. What a heel. Shouldn't hear what they're talking about. I can't even hear it.
Yeah, he always puts the. I think that's as high as it goes.
Oh, we have Ivory versus China. Okay.
Oh, this is during the time they were doing the right to censor.
Ivory. What do you think about Ivory?
I thought she was really good. Oh, that would put a pile driver.
Shit.
She seems like she was getting less muscular around this time and looking more like a woman. Do you get that vibe from her? She wasn't quite as grainy looking.
I mean, I think it made sense because she was more. She was more like and when she first came out, I mean, she was with DX, you know. So I think it just really made sense because she was more like on the roster for the women, you know.
Right, exactly.
Rather than like intergender matches and things like that. Did you see that?
What? What's up?
She's impersonating her. She's impersonating China.
Yeah. Oh,
Like, yeah.
I see. Okay.
Yeah, no, I just thought it was pretty funny.
You like the impersonations, don't you, Kevin Hart?
I do.
Manicus?
I feel like I could do a impersonation of you.
I probably could.
Yeah.
Yeah, you try if you want.
Let me see. Let me type into my Charlie Wilson.
Charlie Wilson.
Charlie Wilson. I'll do it later. I don't think I can do it now.
Okay.
I gotta still get a feel for you. The Throwback.
See, why does the heel do that? The heel should be like, nope, you don't get a title shot.
Lita. Oh, she's doing it in the heels.
I'm gonna assume China's gonna win this match.
And I'm gonna assume this match was like 2 minutes.
Maybe 6.
I don't know 6.
Oh, the right to censor. Oof. Stevie Richards. I heard he got up to like 260 pounds during this time.
Really?
Yeah, he was pretty big at this time. Fat, just a fat dude.
Fat dude.
Fat dude, man.
I see somebody had a Tough Enough sign. Have you ever watched Tough Enough before?
I watched some episodes. See, I always like the champion to come out last.
That's interesting. Yeah, the champion came out first. Usually, yeah, the champion usually comes out after the competitor. It's interesting. China, denied the wonder of the world. So what's your thoughts on China? Just, what she gave to the business.
Well, I think she definitely sticks out, and she's definitely had a great run, and she wasn't around that long in wrestling, but she had a very memorable run, and people remember it to this day, and she had a very sad life afterwards, and, she probably should have been a millionaire.
Yeah. Now, what was the reason, I can never really grasp my head around it. I mean, I watched the Dark Side of the Ring, but, what happened after she left?
I think there's a lot of drug abuse, and there's a lot of, just maybe depression and some emotional issues that she couldn't get away from. A lot of things like that.
Oh. See, this is why I think the match is going to be short, because look, we're just starting off already.
Yeah, they're going to give her a couple minutes to just pound her around, and then something's going to happen, and then she'll get on the offensive.
Sheesh.
I think Ivory talked about China a little bit and said that they weren't really friends, but she felt bad for China because of what was going on with Triple H.
Yeah. Wait, so she actually dated Triple H at one point?
Yeah, they were together for a while.
Yeah.
For 3 years or something like that. And then he started putting the caboose to Stephanie.
And Steph, yeah.
Yeah, then he married that hoe. But
Steph is actually nice and real, and she's actually cool. From what I've seen.
You like the Stephanie?
I've never been in. Yeah, Stephanie's cool. Hate her on TV though, but she's doing her job. So, she's a great heel. Oh shit. Ivory, just say I quit. Oh, she's trying to leave. Uh-oh. Fuck. All right, let's get back in the ring. Oh!
Ivy was not a big woman, so this was.
Ooh. This is looking like a squash match so far. Don't want the count out. Let's go.
See, to me, wouldn't that be a GQ?
Well, he didn't hit her.
See that, but the fact I get that, but like, wouldn't the fact that he even was in the match?
Yeah, but I think you have to hit the other person.
Do you agree with that though?
Yeah, because, I mean, I do agree because like you're not causing harm to the other superstar, so it's like
What happened there?
if you're in, you're just in.
That was
Not really
weird.
DQ.
That was really weird.
That was weird because she just gave out, right?
Yeah.
That was so weird.
You know who does one of those cartwheels is Dan Manicus Marati.
Oh.
He does lots of cartwheels.
No, he can't do a cartwheel. He expressed that to me today, so that's a lie. Oh my God.
What?
That is
it?
so stupid. That is so stupid.
What was that about?
That was so stupid.
That was weird.
That was so stupid. I'm sorry. I did not like that. What the fuck?
I have no idea what that was about.
What was that? She literally hit the move herself, right?
Mm-hmm. She went into this. She did the move and then she kind of like bumped it into her, and then she fell back, and she's just like.
And then Ivory just took advantage, but like not really took advantage. She just pinned her. Like that was so stupid. Maybe she got injured.
I just don't get what happened.
I don't understand.
Is that all that happened? Did I miss something?
She got injured. I don't get it though. She got injured, but I don't get it. Like what?
I don't get this at all.
I don't get it.
They're trying to sell the fact that she had a bad
About what?
a bad neck from that power driver.
How the fuck did she able to compete then?
I don't.
That's not a good
He twerked
story.
it wrong, I guess. I don't know. It's just a weird story to tell. It's very weird. It would have been fine if like she hit her head somewhere, but she didn't.
It would have been fine. Yeah, it would have been fine if no. It would have been fine if Ivory did
Yeah.
something. Ivory didn't do anything. Ivory barely threw a punch in this match.
Yeah, it's very weird. I'm no bueno. No bueno. This is a very weird match.
I think this is the worst of the night for so far.
I'd say so.
So far. Yeah, I do not like this. And isn't this kayfabe? If it's kayfabe, then that makes me even more angry. Ugh. Nah. Fast forward. And like
I'm gonna Google this. Be like, what's the deal with?
well,
this?
it was the neck. But what's the real deal? Yeah, Google that.
I think she was leaving WWF shortly after this, but I could be wrong on this.
This is 01? I thought she left. What's her last match?
Let's see.
It, her last match was with Lita for the women's championship.
She came back. She came back to WrestleMania 17 and won this, but just a weird angle. So yeah, basically it was like they just played it up like a neck injury, and then at WrestleMania 17 they had a match again.
And she won the title.
Yeah, she won the title. I think that was the. And then after that, I think she was gone from the company shortly thereafter.
Yeah, because she had a Judgment Day. I think was her last. Yeah, Judgment Day was her last match with Lita for the women's championship
In 2001.
in 2001. Yeah, I believe so.
So after that, so she dropped the title and then left. Basically.
I think she might have, yeah, dropped the title and then left. Did she drop it? She had to if she was leaving. No, she retained the title.
So when did she actually leave?
Yeah,
2002, I think. Might have been 2002, but it was somewhere in that time, 2001,
Yeah.
2002. She was gone. You know, look, young Dan Marotti was at this show. What do you think
was.
You think he was going up to people and be like, "You like your seats? you like
your seats.
you like the wrestling action here?"
Marotti.
Just being a carny to people. I say that to him sometimes. I say, "You remind me of an old carny," and he's like,
This is so long, and why? Okay.
"I might go check on him for a minute.
All right,
See
cool.
what he's up to."
When you get back, I'm gonna use the bathroom. I don't want to get up and it's like empty. So I'll wait for you. Yeah, cool. Kane. Who did Kane go against for this one? This show, I forgot. We'll figure it out. We'll see it. I wonder if Dan Marotti, if Dan gave his answer on this. That'd be pretty interesting. It would have been cool if he did. Hunter. John C.
Hey, why didn't Charlie just pause it?
Oh, I don't know.
It's very good. Pre-recorded. I'll keep you company though.
Appreciate it. How was your day, bro?
All right.
All right.
I'm doing inventory at work.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Oh, at the rug place.
Yeah.
So what do you actually do there? Like you just clean rugs? Is that it?
Clean and sell.
Okay.
There's Vince.
Yeah. Big Dog Vince. And Hunter. And Angle. You like Angle? Kurt Angle?
I don't think I've ever seen a match with him.
What? You'll see it.
Like the only wrestling I've ever seen is here.
Okay. Fair enough.
She win an Oscar for this? So I guess they were kind of going for like a Real Housewives angle at this point.
I hate these angles,
It was
by the way.
popular at the time, wasn't it?
It was popular. It really was.
In
I
01.
wasn't a fan of it, but hey.
Reality TV was definitely getting really big at the time.
It was.
Oh my God. They went full soap opera.
Wrestling is like a soap opera.
Oh yeah, it's definitely got that element where it's just like
And I love soap
supposed to
operas.
go and
if that's the
go.
case. Yeah. I've never really like known that I love soap operas because I like shows like Degrassi. You know Degrassi? Ever seen Degrassi?
I know of it, yeah.
Yeah, I'm a Degrassi fan. So I'm like, I really do like soap operas. I like wrestling. I like Degrassi. Soap opera.
I like this one. I guess it's a web show. On Cinema at the Cinema
Oh, okay.
with Tim Heidecker, and he's explained that he wants it to be like a soap opera.
Yeah.
He's done all kinds of crazy stuff.
Soap operas are cool. There's definitely an audience for soap operas.
I just wish more stuff went for the format, because I don't know. I guess in a certain sense it's bad, because eventually it's gonna get bad.
Yeah.
There's no way you can keep up a good soap opera forever.
Mm-hmm. I think that's just with a lot of stuff, you know? We are back live. Royal Rumble 2001. We weren't even born yet. Okay. John C. was born. That's right. 2000, right? You were like one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Triple H. He's married to Vince McMahon's daughter now, isn't he?
Stephanie.
Oh, here?
Yeah, Stephanie. Yeah, Stephanie.
okay.
Yeah. They've been married for I don't know how many years. I don't even know.
It's
been a
at
minute.
least 20 at this point if
Probably.
they're married here.
Yeah, like 20 years, 20 plus years. Yeah. I used to love Triple H's entrance as a kid.
Has anyone else gotten this kind of light show yet? This show?
It's time to play the game.
Oh, is he the one with the Motorhead theme song?
Mm-hmm. The Motorhead theme song. Yes.
Well, isn't it by Motorhead? Or am I stupid?
I don't know.
I thought it was by Motorhead.
It's always good to research.
Yeah.
It's time to play the game. No, you're right. I don't know why I laughed. You're right.
It's probably because Motorhead kind of sucks.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, if there's ever a wrestler that comes out to a 100 Gex song, I'll be their fan.
Kurt Angle was... I mean, not my favorite wrestler, but he's definitely like top 10, top 20, maybe, in my book. He's really good. Legend.
I mean, he's one of the few I've heard their name. I think it's mostly because of that one viral video where it's like it's one promo, or it is Scott Steiner, I think.
Uh-huh.
He does like, oh, you take your 33.33% chances of winning, and you add Kurt Angle to the mix.
I think I know that. Wait, do I know that video?
It's like it's supposed to look like it's on a chalkboard.
I don't remember.
And he ends up adding up that he has like 167% chance of winning.
Kurt?
Scott Steiner,
Okay.
because he's the one talking.
Right.
It's called like Professor Scott Steiner does math or something.
Let's go. Ooh. Good arm drag.
So you're gonna be here when John Nord's here next week?
Next week? I should be.
I'll probably be
I want to
here.
meet more of the guys. I keep hearing their names and I'm like,
John
I have
Nord's,
FOMO.
John Nord's great on camera and he's also really nice. so-
okay. Yeah, I'll definitely be here. I should be. I keep forgetting today's Friday. It feels like Saturday. Is it just me? It's like a Saturday.
I guess it feels like a Friday to me because I only
Okay.
work nights on Fridays. But
All right. Maybe because I don't have classes on Fridays. I only have classes from Monday to Thursdays. Fridays are like my days to like study and do work and start the weekend, you know?
yeah.
And we have a 4-day weekend because Monday's MOK day. That's no classes for me, so 4-day weekend has begun.
Time doesn't exist anymore.
It doesn't exist anymore, do you?
No.
That's fair.
Yesterday I was here and I was looking at some video. I was like, oh, this came out like last year. I thought this was a long time ago. And I looked at the date, and my friend was with me. He goes, it came out in 2019. That was like 3 years ago. I was like, oh.
Oh, okay. Nah, that's fair. I don't have a good perception of time sometimes too. Like it's like, oh, okay, this is a long time ago, but not really. You know. Trish is like, that's right. It's time to play the game. Oof.
Oh, was Triple H the one in the movie Money Plane?
I've never seen Money Plane.
It's some really stupid low budget movie.
Money Plane?
But there's some,
Let's
I
see.
think it's Triple H. And there's like one good part of the movie, and it's a fight scene. It's kind of to be expected from.
No. I think you're thinking about Edge.
Oh, it's Edge.
Edge, yeah. You think about Edge. Yeah, we were talking about Money Plane. Well, I've never seen it, but John C. brought it up.
It's a bad movie. Don't watch it.
It's a bad movie?
Yeah. Unless you
Most
like,
wrestlers aren't in the best movies, if I would say. They're not in, like,
the
movies
second
that you wanna see.
Suicide Squad movie was all right. It was pretty good.
Yeah.
They Live's a really good movie starring Roddy Piper.
See No Evil. You ever seen See No Evil with Kane? That's pretty good.
If you want to go to the
Oh, yeah.
to the bathroom.
Yeah, and I can keep Charlie.
Cool. Keep Charlie company.
Yeah.
How's Dan doing?
He's getting frustrated. He's looking for an email.
Oh,
He's
my
like,
God.
"What?"
He's been looking for that email since,
He's
like...
looking for the email, then he's got to upload the Oscar show and
Oscar show.
they
Oscar.
did
Oh! I thought you meant.
Man on a mission.
I
Yeah.
thought you meant the awards, and I'm
Oh
like.
no, Oscar. Yeah, Oscar of Men on a Mission.
Yeah.
So, but he's been looking for this email, and he said he'll be back in soon.
Okay, cool.
I just said we've been making fun of you, just shooting on you the whole time. That's really about it. Must be. Has this match been going on for a while?
A little bit. It's probably halfway, a third of the way.
I know there's this match, the Rumble, and then maybe something else after that, but I can't remember too much.
Is it a Royal Rumble or?
Yeah, Royal Rumble.
That's the format I'm most familiar with. That's like every 30 seconds a new guy comes out.
Yeah, I think they've changed it up. They've done 60 seconds. They've done 2 minutes.
Yeah, but roughly it's like that. And if
Yeah.
you get knocked out of the ring, you're out.
Yeah, you have to have both feet touch the floor.
Kind of like that old Hays Code rule, where two people couldn't be in a bed together unless one person's foot was on the floor.
Oh, right. Yeah.
It's like old Hollywood stuff.
Just so we're not doing anything too dirty, we gotta have one foot on the floor.
Yeah. Like if you ever watch an old movie and a couple's in bed together, and one's at like a really weird position, it looks like that's usually it.
Yeah. I think it's funny when you watch these old movies, the way they talk to each other, just in like passing, like he'll be like, "Oh, look at my savage beast of a husband. He's such a brute of a man," and the guy's like, "I only hit you when I need to hit you," or something.
I think it's funny how it always looks like they just got out of the shower and got dressed.
Yeah, a little bit, right?
No matter how disheveled they're supposed to look.
Right.
Oh, into the stairs.
Oh, that's not good. Gosh, you could only imagine how beat up these guys are. Looks like Angle was like, maybe I should grow a little tail in the back, like a little mullet almost. It kind of came down to a point. They playing around with that idea.
You didn't know it was going out of style yet.
I didn't know. You wanted that. I kind of like how when some guys do that, it ends like a V back there. I think it looks kind of cool. But then again, that's just me.
I mean, that's just your hairline, I think. I think it's just
you can change it, but
sometimes it doesn't look good because if you get it cut straight and you have like just like your muscles show up a certain way in your neck, it'll like bend. It'll be like a weird W shape.
Oh right, yeah.
You just hit that on the pole. You did not hit him at all.
They kind of do it at an angle. And, I know what you mean. You kind of have to. It kind of looks a little. You have to do it quick and at an angle. It looks like crap, but.
They did not have the right camera though. Ringside's lacking.
They should have had you there. You and Captain Lou.
Maybe Lou's on.
Oh, maybe it's Lou. Yeah. He's like, this camera's kind of heavy. I'm gonna put it down for a second.
That Black Magic camera was heavy though.
Yeah, that's what I heard. He told me. I think you and him were telling me about it that night. It's gonna be weird. We're gonna be back there at that building, and there's still gonna be no Dan because of his issues, which I think is just like, I think he should go down there. It's his show. He should just be down there. It's gonna be probably the last show he ever runs there too, potentially. You don't know, but I could imagine. Which is all the reason to go to that show, by the way, because it's probably the last WWF show that gets ran down there. So, but
Before the building collapses.
yeah, I don't know where else he's going to... My guess, though, is he's going to want to find another building, obviously, so who knows where he finds it, but... Honestly, at that point, I would just, pick, 6 or 7 towns around here, and I would just try to find a high school building to run or a middle school building.
I think a high school is definitely too small for what he wants to do. Like, if a VFW is too dinky, Memorial Hall is a good size for his audience.
I don't know, because I don't think we even had that many people at Memorial Hall necessarily.
We had a good amount.
Couple hundred? You can get that in high school.
Most of the seats that were available were filled.
You could fill that at high school, though, I think. I think it doesn't hurt to try it one time. Obviously there's places like Elks Lodges. There's all kinds of stuff.
An Elks Lodge is basically a VFW.
Right, yeah. I just look at it pick 6, 7 towns around here and just try to find... He likes the building in Malden, the Irish American.
Yeah, that's a nice place. That is a nice place. That might be a good place.
I've been at wrestling shows there. I like it there. The only thing is there's a wrestling promoter who runs there a couple times a year or so, and so Dan's like, I kind of wish that guy didn't run it.
Was he afraid of copying him?
No, but it's like a wrestling show was just there. Why would people want to go back there? But I don't know. I think it just depends on the show.
He's got his fan base. Man, is this match really that boring? It's not really.
I don't know if it's that boring. I just came into it during the middle point. Honestly, these watch-alongs, I sort of am half watching it because I can barely hear it. And so I'm like, okay, I can barely hear it. I'm watching it. It's whatever. I know Kurt Angle's the WWF champion. I know that.
Oh, well, thanks for spoiling it, Charlie.
Well, no, he is the WWF champion right now.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if he wins or not.
He's still wrestling?
Not anymore.
What do you mean he's a champion then?
Well, he's not a champion at this time, but in this match, at this multiverse, he is. I hope he didn't fall into the toilet. Hopefully he's coming back.
What was that banging?
I don't know. Maybe him and Dan Marotti had a little clash of the Titans over there. Kicked out at 2.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, what a pay-per-view it has been. You guys would have got a big kick out of what I just did. I heard Kevin Manicus Riley.
We heard a band.
Oh, no, Kevin Manicus
Hart.
What's this, Hart? Talking to someone on the phone in the bathroom. Really? So I decided to slowly approach the door and start banging on it and scare what may have already been coming out of him.
Did you go, Kevin Manicus Hart, pull down your pants?
No, I was headed down the hall and he opened the door and he goes, is that Dan? Now, John C. Reilly, do you know anything about this controversy surrounding Brent?
Oh, no, I haven't talked to him
who?
about it.
You didn't tell John C. Manicus Riley about Brent?
No, some guy talked to my mom and said that...
This limp-wristed warrior, apparently, that does hair, had a lot to say about me, considering I don't know who the fuck he is.
I don't know if he does hair. He might have just been at the salon.
Doing what?
I don't know.
Filleting?
You look at you using that word.
Well, maybe he was.
How
I
old were
don't
you when
know.
you found out about that word?
Filleting?
Yeah, fillet.
That's relatively new. When did I first hear that?
I feel
You've
like...
never heard that word?
Can
word
we
until
get
recently?
Quincy?
Oh, I know. I mean, I've known it for years, but I'm trying to think of where I first heard it because I thought it was hysterical the first time I heard it.
Can we get Quincy to come to a restaurant with us and be like, Quincy, that's the fillet, that steak. It's not the fillet, it's the fillet. You should order it.
Sure.
You would still say fillet.
Sure.
He would?
Yeah.
He still calls a wrestling ring a rink, if you listen to him close, like a hockey rink.
He also calls an event of the wrestling.
The wrestling, sure.
The wrestling.
Now, how is this championship encounter?
My
then?
parents refer to it as that too.
A rink?
No, they call it. How is the wrestling?
Oh.
How is the wrestling? Like, oh.
Stephanie's looking mighty big. I'm going to guess she had the heels on for this one.
These couple of, as you'd call them, Berzerks.
A couple of Zocks.
You missed Drew Carey.
Oh, this is a terrible pull apart.
Oh, that was already on?
Yeah, he
Part
looked.
of it.
Yeah.
The Royal Rumble was already on?
No. Drew Carey.
Oh, they
was-
did a vignette or something?
Oh, look at that suit jacket, Vince.
Danny
What kind of
Mac
shade?
looking sharp.
Look at that shade of
Does he
green.
always walk like
That's
that?
a Quincy Rastani jacket if I ever saw
I
one.
may have to get one like that for April 16th.
What, that?
What, at the building? You'll be
Yeah.
walking around there with
Take
that?
Piggott and slam her head off the table.
What is that color?
I don't know, but it's terrible.
I'd call it green.
It's like a puke green.
A puke? What?
It doesn't work for
like-
that suit.
It's like baby shit green.
Pretty much. That's a good description.
He's a man that likes unique colors. I will say that, especially around this time when I saw so much variety of it. He loves colors.
Even though all his top guys were wearing black for the most part.
He liked his colors. If you ever saw some of the wardrobes he used to wear in the mid-'80s at times, dear Lord. Baby blues, bright reds, pinks. Vinnie Mac likes his colors. And he likes snow cones.
You like snow cones?
Snow cones.
Is this a euphemism?
No, he really does. He one day
Yeah, you told me the story
at
about this.
catering, we had them. It was like a special treat. Sometimes when we go to different cities, the catering would have something unique. I don't remember where it was. I remember it was summertime and it was warm, and they had a snow cone dispense. You know, they had someone making snow cones, and he came in and he double fisted them. He had 2 snow cones, and he erupted in his scream that he does, the Vince McMahon character voice that he loved. I love snow cones.
He double
It's
fisted.
just
Like,
kinda
he
like-
was Steve Austin holding up beers or something, and
It's just like crushed ice covered in syrup.
well, he
isn't it?
enjoys them. He enjoys these snow cones.
I won't stop him.
Almost like Oscar with his banana pudding.
It's amazing how much hours of content he put himself up on TV for with his daughter and his son and his wife. Just how long they were on TV and no one gave a fuck.
Well, I'll tell you this, I give him credit from, running out to do this. As soon as he's done, he's headed back to the gorilla position.
You scared me and my dad.
Oh, was that
That's my
that
dad.
was Paha.
Yeah, that was Pop.
Not to be confused with Pa Lu.
Paul Lou is a.
But that's like, who is that banging on the door like that? I was like, that's Dan.
Why did you think it was me?
Well, I didn't think it was Charlie or John C.
Why?
The studio's haunted, you know.
Why didn't you think it could have been them?
Ghost
What
of
if they
Re-
really had to go?
It's the
I already
ghost
went.
of Reno.
Because we're not scumbags.
Do you consider me a scumbag because I banged on
I
the
consider
door?
you a scumbag for other things. but
Yeah.
not- I don't like you. You're my favorite scumbag.
Well, you missed this nice snow cone story while you were gone.
Me?
Oscar's love of banana pudding, but you were on the phone for that.
Oh,
He
you know.
loves banana
He
pudding.
loves his
I love
banana
it.
pudding.
I
Looks
love
like
it
banana
too.
pudding.
He told me that the secret to the vanilla pudding was
Wafers.
vanilla wafers. Yeah.
That's the key. That's the key.
I never knew
element.
that.
What's a typical day like for him?
Well, he had a fish fry going on when
He
we
rented
talked to
an
him.
He had a what?
A
Airbnb
fish fry.
For dreamy
fish
mean-
fry?
A fish fry. Yeah. So it's the family cooked fish. They had like macaroni and cheese. They didn't have the banana pudding. though.
Where's he live? Atlanta?
No, he said they couldn't find the
Yeah,
wafers.
Right.
Where's he living?
He's in Hotlanta now.
Atlanta, where the players
Um,
play.
It was a long match.
You know, it's Cam Zagami was
Yeah, it was
horrible.
long.
He
Yeah,
said that
it
his
is
wife,
long.
Dreamy
I went to the
Mimi,
bathroom
looked
and
something
everything
like
and talked on the
Patrick
phone.
from
And 2 people went to the
SpongeBob.
bathroom
What's
during
that?
the-
I'm sorry.
You're right.
that Oscar's wife looked a little bit like Patrick from SpongeBob.
Who said that?
Cam Zagami.
Do you
It's
think
horrible.
he had eyes for his wife?
I don't think that was the case if he thought that, but you never know. I guess there's someone for everybody.
I suppose so. I wonder who Kim Sagami has eyes for.
I'd say Oscar before Mimi, but
Do you think we'll see him on April 16th?
No.
Kim Zagami.
no, I would highly doubt it.
Well, what about his assassins?
Well, he has spent a great amount of time in the Orient of late.
I'm picking up some bad intel. Not bad intel in the sense I think it's unbelievable. It's just bad that he's got some assassins planned for April 16th. More than one,
Well,
Dan.
Apparently, you know, in the,
A family of them.
The job description
Landed right
states that you
there.
need to have special skills in the martial arts and birdseed sized teeth. So,
There's a one family we know that might.
well, you might know. Maybe he didn't need to go to the Orient. he could have traveled down 93 South, and he would have been all set.
Here we go. Ah, lovely
beautiful,
moonsault.
Beautiful moonsault.
Yes.
Could you imagine from the Orient?
Hello.
Oh, that
What
was
about Ethan?
He might, you know what? And that's not a bad idea. Get the family
Did you
involved.
ever meet Ethan?
I met him briefly.
And what did you think of Ethan?
He was a nice young man.
Yeah.
What did you meet him?
I never met a Lou.
He was except for the Lou.
Well, I met the wrong one.
So did you find the email yet, Dan?
I've given up hope
Oh God.
at this point. I think I'm
So
going to
what are you
guess I
gonna do?
deleted it by accident, and I have reached out to these individuals to see if there's anything they can do to help me in an emergency situation.
Oh, jeez.
So I'm just a little agitated, a little irritated, but you know what? It just goes with being Dan Marotti. Because as you guys are watching this, I was editing 2 other shows for you to enjoy this week, plus get the Patreon versions ready early, plus deal with my own nonsense that I have to do. Tomorrow, as I'm taping this, I have a very important meeting in New York City, very early flight to New York City. And then later in the day, we'll be headed to the Sunshine State.
Yeah.
A lot of flying for you.
Yes, I'm racking up those miles like
Oh, that was a great arm drag.
Lou wishes he could rack up normal-sized teeth.
Louis Dangerously, as I like to call him.
No, there's nothing dangerous about that.
No?
No.
No.
Not until
Other
he
than
gets a
maybe
lawyer.
scaring children with the size
The
of
ref
the
isn't
teeth.
there.
Do you think that his teeth could ever grow?
Huh?
Do you think you get maybe there's some special miracle growth for his teeth?
No. The Tooth Fairy has yet to make its first visit.
Wait, was Stephanie and Trish just like
You know,
ejected from
The
the
Tooth Fairy still waiting.
Bob Saget, rest in peace. He died recently. He had a great joke about the tooth fairy. He said, "My first pube, I pulled it out and put it under the bed for the pube fairy."
Well, that probably would have been about the size of
Wasn't that a
Lou's.
South Park joke?
Oh,
I think Bob Saget might have had it first.
I don't remember that.
But when the
South
first-
Park. That's very
Steal it?
good.
Yeah, maybe.
I don't know what you think, Hot.
I thought it was funny. He's a funny
South
guy.
Park?
No, that spot right there.
Oh, the bald spot. Oof.
Yeah. Oof.
The bald spot?
No, not this bald spot. The spot up against ring steps.
Oh, see, I didn't know what you were
Yeah.
talking about. He has a
Oh,
big bald spot in
Too
his
busy
head.
looking at your butterflies. on your
Because
water
Kurt
bottle.
Angle's bald spot was fairly pronounced at this point.
No, I was talking about the refs.
Who was the heel in
refs'
this
bald
match?
spot.
Was it Triple H?
Both were heels.
Both were heels. Triple H, though, has got to be one of the most boring heels of all time.
Ooh. Belly to belly.
I mean, he never changed as a heel. He was always, I got to be 3 steps ahead of everyone, and I can't look bad. It was
That
just
was his gimmick.
well, he never showed any.
I think he made a mistake in the origins of the feud with Angle before I was there. So I can't give an exact blow-by-blow description I wasn't there for.
Ooh.
But secondhand, I was told he resisted an awful lot.
Have the refs
Was
out.
this
The
a-
refs
a lot
out.
of what
A
exactly?
lot of creative ideas that were pitched for the feud. Where at one point he was going to lose Stephanie.
Well, the thing is, Jericho pitched to him that he would lose Stephanie, and he's like, I can't because it makes my character look bad if you take my girl and I fall for it. I just think Triple H had a big ego, and it was never.
Stone
Whoa.
Cold. Woo.
Is that Steve Austin? I
Yeah,
That is.
That's Steve
He
Austin.
looks a little smaller here, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Lose some size.
I'm trying to think of when he came back when? In October. No, September. But he was on the road full time at this point doing house shows. I do remember that.
What was his heat over? Why was he attacking Triple H in this? Was there a reason?
Triple H was the one that paid Rikishi to run him over
right.
with the car.
Right. Oh, yeah. But yeah, Austin does look smaller than what he was in '99, for sure.
It doesn't look that small.
Might have helped his neck. I hate to say it, but being thicker on the gas.
Also, too, we were just talking, Triple H was about 31 here. He looked much older.
Yeah.
Triple H aged fairly rapidly.
Stunner.
I think it's because, honestly, the tanning.
Well, I think the gas, the tanning.
I don't know about the gas. I think he just tanned so
Oh,
much. I think it aged his skin.
In his
Yeah,
face?
if you tan a lot, in
Yeah.
your face. If you use
Tell
a
him, Manicus.
use a tanning bed.
Tell him.
What it's doing is just burning your skin slightly.
I might start tanning. I like
Don't
to tan.
tan.
I like to tan a little bit here and
Don't.
there.
Yeah. Do you tan, Kevin?
I don't need to
The
tan.
one-way ticket.
Why is that?
I think people tan to look like me.
Or is that what it is?
Are you offended by this?
I don't care for
haven't
it. I mean,
started-
it's funny. It's ridiculous.
I just tan at the beach, but I would like to start tanning in a booth, but I wouldn't
Yeah.
do it every day. I wouldn't
Nah.
do it often.
Not going to do it outside.
Well, in the winter months,
I think
gotta
it's
look, I gotta
stupid.
look good.
Imagine if Quincy, when he would go take a shower, if it was the daytime, he might get an ice tan all over, running naked
He
through
looks
his
like
home.
a sweet
With his
potato,
nude
man.
lines?
Well, I
Sweet
can't
potato.
believe we saw as much of it as we did last night. John C. got up close and personal to the nude.
Did your life flash before your eyes?
I only saw a little of it out of the corner of my eye. It was when I went back and watched it on video that I realized how much of it came out of his janitorial maintenance-like shirt that he got for $3 at the consignment
I
shop.
figured out what was wrong with his mic, though.
What was it?
I think at one point when he was pressing every single button on the thing,
He got a little confused.
he hit the switch. You know, there's a little switch, and it's like you can go to like -10 decibels if the area you're in is a bit too loud.
Sure. Well, it was nice to have Quincy with us this past Thursday night for Quincy Rastani's Wrestling Challenge.
Thanks to.
Thanks to John C. Manicus Riley. Hopefully you guys remember that tonight. And the light up the Premier Chat, not the Premier, what the hell is it called? The Super Chat button. I'll be observing you fine folk from the Sunshine State unless I am out and about. I know Manicus Hart is going to keep an eye on things. Manicus Riley, I'm not sure of. He pops in from time to time. Charlie from time to time. De Cesare, he'll have the wrench out in more ways than one.